and welcome everyone to this week's episode of Call of Cthulhu Tracks of Terror. We are here, we are excited to be here. Unfortunately, this week we also do not have Doc and Charlie, so we will miss them terribly, and they will still be doing lots of good research behind the scenes. But we do have 4 beautiful, wonderful, illustrious players, starting with Hotflakes Tom. Hotflakes Tom, how are you today?
I was unprepared. Hi. Hello. I'm Tom. I'm playing Ryan Hawkes, and I have complete and utter faith in our plan that we're about to unleash.
So glad. Someone who does not have completed any faith in the plan that we have prepared would be Susanna Grace. How are you today, Susie?
I'm terrified. I'm scared. I'm not looking forward to this plan because it's gonna go terribly. If it relies on a fast talk skill, well, we're fucked.
Well, someone who isn't fucked in game yet? Kate Madison RP, how are you? That was
quite a good tie-in to.
I was trying.
Kitty and her no lovers.
Yeah, I was looking for any. I was grasping straws for that one.
Yeah, we noticed it was great.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking forward to this terrible shit show that is probably about to go down, but it's fun because it's a little different from what we've been doing. We're now doing some like creeping around and spy work, and we're gonna try and rob from these goons, which I'm sure won't go terribly wrong. But yeah, I play Kitty Cartwright, who is an old spinster singleton at 28. So, yeah. Oh no, she's 29. Oh god, she's 29.
Oh
okay.
God, she's 29.
Anyway, give us and then there was one.
Then there was one who is definitely past 29, would be Holotail. How are you?
I am past 29.
Sure are.
And
I remember that.
Yeah, I'm doing good. I can't wait for this plan. It's well formulated, it's well planned. I think it can only go right. There is only one way of going. I have utter faith in Mina Staunton's very high fast talk skill.
Yeah, about that. So, what happened last time in Tracks of Terror is that our wonderful, wonderful group here decided they were going to start to do some investigating in Golden, Colorado. It is 1883, Tuesday, April 10th, and they decided to go speak with Professor Arthur Lake's wife to see what she had to say about his disappearance, how long he was supposed to be gone, etc., etc., etc. And so they spoke with Miss Edith, formerly Slater, now Lakes, Miss Edith Lakes, who is who's very into gardening lately these days, and was maybe nesting a little because she had a lovely little baby on the way, and she remembered everything her husband had ever told her about this trip that he was going on, and so she relayed it to the group, in which they decided to do some investigating in his office, where he seemed to keep his work at the Colorado School of Mines. So they went there, spoke with the president. I've noticed a couple of familiar faces from the train. Spoke with the president after some wait and conversation about slacking students, people going missing maybe, and went to Professor Lake's office and found out that it had already been gone through just hours before, earlier that day. And did manage to pick up a couple clues, though. They did make some really good spot hidden rolls, and so they saw a map with some sites circled. They did notice some files were missing, and a lovely potted fern by the window that had been watered. That's how they knew it had been really recent. They left, went, who has access to this office, asked around, and found out that Professor Milton Moss, who is the vice president of the Colorado School of Mines, and found out that he had taken some people on a little tour around campus earlier. They were really interested in some of his mines, his like sluice mines and stuff that he had. And they wanted a tour of the campus, and he was happy to give it to him. Oh, but he is in charge of watering Professor Lake's plant, and so to not be negligent of his duties, he of course watered that plant, but every time he waters the plant, the sound of the running water makes him have to go to the bathroom. So he left our two businessmen on a business trip in the room while he left to go to the bathroom, came back, finished the tour, everything hunky-dory, oh so he thought. So you all decided, we gotta find these guys, where are they staying at? And so they checked out some of the other hotels in town, maybe gave some false, maybe they may have started some rumors around town is what I'm saying. Miss Mina might be known as a harlot soon if she keeps up this active. I've been slighted by multiple gentlemen, many lovers, and, you know, wanting to know where they are. And Kitty and Bucky are apparently newlyweds. Oh, how lovely. So they found out where Mr. Denigan and Mr. Smith are staying. They're staying at the Burgess Hotel, where there is trouble on the home front there. But it's fine. And then they met up for dinner. Found out that it was a dry establishment, as the owner of the Astor House Hotel is a temperance man, and so they went out to a steakhouse to get some dinner with drinks. And they discussed having a wonderful plan about how they were gonna make Miss Mina do it again to try to get access to the Burgess House Hotel, because Bucky and Kitty already have a cover there. They said they're not gonna be. So Miss Mina is going to, with Ryan Hawks as her brother, be looking for these gentlemen who broke her heart. Oh, so that's the plan that happened last week. We'll pick up this week with us finishing up dinner and maybe going back to the Astor House Hotel. It is quite late now. It is well after dark. There are not a lot of street lamps out here, but there are some that are illuminating the main thoroughfares of town. So you're able to get back to the Astor House Hotel. But is there anything anyone wants to do or would like to do before bed? Or are you not returning to the hotel? Just what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna return to the hotel and sleep.
I think going back to the hotel, but is on the walk back, can we keep an eye out for said gentleman and I guess anything else that might seem unusual, considering this is a place where we've had kids go missing?
Oh, yeah, there's also been a shit ton of kids going missing. I missed that in the recap. A lot of kids.
Yeah.
Like, all the kids in town between ages, 4 and 15. Just gone. Just fucking
It's okay,
gone.
Bucky. You got the important
I got the
part.
important
You got
bit.
the important part. That's fine.
Yeah.
You got the stuff about the affair and all the fun stuff.
Yeah, all the fun
Kids
stuff.
going missing. Boring.
Boring.
Who cares,
Fuck
man?
them kids. Whatever. So... Yeah, great. Could you roll me a spot hidden check or a listen check, Kitty? Either one. You'll get different things from each.
Ew.
Spot
Okay,
hidden?
well,
No, you don't
gotta
notice
get
anything.
get them out the way at the beginning of the session.
There you go.
Roll 20
Nothing
hits.
unusual. Just,
Yeah.
again, the weird
I
lack
just had
of
a good time.
children.
Also, I feel like my dad is giving me looks to ask me about the wedding preparation and stuff, and what
your
happened.
dad, but you don't notice these looks. Your dad is looking
don't,
between you
okay.
and Mr. Boone, because you failed that spot hidden, but he is definitely, evaluating Mr. Boone, because he fumbled his psychology roll to see if that was a fake thing or not. So, yeah. But he knows Miss Staunton's thing is an act, so thank goodness for that. So yeah, no, Kitty, you
that's
don't
the
notice
important
anything.
Cool.
Mina and Bucky, what are you two? You guys doing anything before heading back, or while you're heading back, or after you get back?
I mean, Mina, you first, I guess, if you have any ideas.
I think Mina would be going back, but she's not going to go to sleep for a while. She's just like, oh god.
I think on Bucky's side, he will be heading back, but again, similar to Kitty, really, he'll be keeping his eyes peeled, keeping them out and open, because he knows
Sure.
as much as they've been sniffing around and looking around, the two businessmen on a business trip are clearly not quite toward people. They're very untoward. So he's very aware that they may
Yes.
also be having their own plans on what to do.
Sure. Can you give me a spot hidden or a listen check? Either one will give you.
Certainly can. When it lets me roll.
Or-
Dunk.
Nah,
damn.
nothing out of the ordinary.
Damn.
Just a normal day. A little weirdly quiet. No kids. No
might
teenagers
push it.
coming home from the mines. You can push it if you want. You'd need a 35.
I might push it. I think I'll push it.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
you
nice.
succeeded. Yeah, you needed that hard success. So, you are looking around, keeping your eyes peeled. You don't see the two businessmen on a business trip,
Very good.
but you do notice a couple of things because it wasn't like right across the street. It was like, down the block away. So you pass by some houses and some other businesses and things. You notice that the person who owns one of the general stores in town, it's not like a general store, it's like one of the mining shops. There's a lot of
Okay.
places for miners to replace equipment and things that's not company owned. Because there's a lot of, people who are just out here panning for gold and doing things independently or silver, and so it's not all big company owned yet.
Okay.
It'll get there, but not yet. We're still at the tail end of people being independent. You notice that there seems to be a police officer taking a report. Something about theft of some of his goods or a shipment that was supposed to get.
Okay.
So you notice that. And you also notice, as you're passing by a couple houses, there are a couple kids, again, really little, and their mothers are trying to get them into bed because it's after dark. The sun is set. And they're like, "What? You just had your bath and dinner. Get inside. What? Are you digging again? Gosh, you just need to get out of the dirt. Stop." Just getting this 2-year-old in the house. The 2-year-old's like, just covered in dirt.
Okay.
Putting up a
Okay,
fight. They
interesting,
obviously don't want to go to
interesting.
sleep. But so with a hard success on a push draw, you notice both of those things as you're just passing by, just different aspects of life. It doesn't stick out as super strange, but it is,
Noticeable.
noticeable. Yeah.
Okay. I
Because,
think with
again, any child here is kind of noticeable in the absence of all the children. And the police, the constable taking note is.
definitely.
But no two businessmen.
Okay. I think he will probably slow down slightly, hearing about the missing things from the mining store, because that
Yeah,
gives him a
missing
concern.
shipment.
Do they make mention to what the shipment contained at all?
Because you pushed it, which means you get a good and a hard success, mining equipment, basic mining equipment, pickaxes, ropes, handles, like typical, just normal stuff.
Okay.
Some gold
Interesting.
pans, sieves,
Yeah, sips and
but
stuff.
basically
That makes sense. Okay, that's
yeah.
fine then.
Yeah, mostly mining equipment, pickaxes, hammers.
I was just making
Handles.
sure it wasn't a lot of dynamite. That was my main.
No, it does not
concern.
seem to be a lot of dynamite.
Ah.
No, mostly physical tools,
That's fine.
but a whole
So
shipment.
yeah, he'll try and sort of catch up to the others. Strength in numbers.
Yep, and that is easy enough to do. You just basically lag behind a little and you catch up. And you get back to the hotel. And everyone goes to bed. Unless you would like to report anything. Okay.
I think definitely he will sort of, just as they're getting in and towards the place, he'll probably just notify them of that and just sort of go, just so you know as well, that mining store back there seems to have had a robbery of some sort. A shipment of mining equipment went missing. Mighty suspicious given the whole people going missing towards the mines. Or dig sites at least. Same sort of equipment.
Interesting. Does seem like we should check out some of these mines.
It does indeed. maybe we can have a look at doing some in a little while. Maybe if they're on our way, but just letting you know they've clearly had somebody take it. The equipment, that is.
Okay.
Well, have a nice evening and a good sleep, everybody. We need to be nice and awake for our plan tomorrow.
Yes, we need to figure out trains tomorrow, and yes, the plan. All right.
Actually, if I could in the morning, could I borrow you for a little bit of shopping?
Of course. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Yes, you two ladies
Thank
have
you.
a lovely time shopping. If you need any money, please let me know, and I'll get some kitty.
But Daddy, you've just been in. I mean, do you have any money from?
I went to Mr. Hope and I went to an exchange store in Denver, and I exchanged some of the gold I had on me for some dollar bills.
Oh. Oh, okay. Well, all right. That's kind. Thank you. Yeah, we'll talk in the morning.
All right. Yes, please. Have a good night. Lovely evening.
Good night.
Have a lovely evening, everybody.
Night, everyone.
Goes to sleep. And nothing happens.
Oh, he's so scared when Lindy says that.
Ooh.
And nothing happens because you all are grown-ass adults and everything's fine. So you wake up next morning. Beautiful day in Golden, Colorado. Lovely weather. It is Wednesday, April 11th, 1883. And yeah, it's just a lovely day. Yeah. Good morning.
Okay.
On some
Head
breakfast.
on. Yeah, is there? Do they have breakfast? Is this like a hotel that
Yes.
does breakfast?
This is
and
a
stuff?
they have a big
Lovely.
dining hall. They have fit 60 people, so it's got a small. But
Oh,
people
wow.
even come in for the restaurant because the food's good. So
Nice.
breakfast is got bacon, eggs, grits, classics, ham, beans, nice little spread. Some fresh fruit.
Nice.
Some breakfast to start the day. It's gonna be might be a long one. Who knows?
It's gonna be a long one. We know. It's gonna.
It's gonna feel like a long one even. Yeah, I'll grab some breakfast. I'll sit down next to
Same.
Mina.
Yeah, I think Mina's just got like some fruit, and she's kind of just like picking at it a little bit. She's eating, but
Yeah.
it's not like no. Well, she's
I will
really
say
nervous.
there was a note for you all when you got in last night saying, "Did some research. It is now my bedtime. Good night, Edison Jones." And this morning there's another note saying, "Good morning. Off to do more research, Edison Jones." Also, there is no library in town, so I will either need to go to the Colorado School of Mines, or apparently the Coors house has a personal collection.
Oh.
Yeah, like there's no library in town. The most you have is some reading rooms that are part of women's clubs in San August, and Edison aren't women; they're not allowed in, and they're not huge, and they're probably gonna be mostly contemporary. So you need to go to the Colorado School of Mines or the Coors estate to maybe find some beefier books.
Okay.
But yeah, there you go. There's your notes from our dear missing players. Today.
What I love about
Hopefully
Edison.
he's finding out some interesting stuff. Yeah, I mean, he stays to the point. I like that.
Very
I'm
much
gonna have
so.
to make a library use check to see what he. Oh well, great. He'll find out some good stuff.
Oh wow!
Damn. That's what I love about Edison.
Well done, Doc.
He's
Well
gonna have
done.
figured out everything.
You know,
when
if
he
he
gets,
had
by the
rolled
time
that,
he
it
gets
would
back,
not
he'd
have
be
been a
like,
critical success. It's because I was like, let me just roll this for him.
Yeah.
So there we go. He'll find out a bunch of stuff, but when he gets back.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah.
You wanted to go. Are you okay? Are you feeling sick?
Oh, I just I'm a little nervous, a little anxious, a little bit worried. This is
Oh,
very much out of my purview of skills and experiences.
of course, yeah. I to be honest, it was kind of slightly exciting and also very nerve-wracking going to the hotel the other day. It felt I've never really, um, openly lied to someone about stuff so blatantly, and I got it in trying to remember that that's what we said. So we now, whenever we see that person, we got to remember to do the same. And I don't know. Maybe it was silly. Maybe we should have just gone in there as ourselves and just pretended. Well, just said we were interested in staying the night, or if they knew some people we'd met on our travel. I don't know. Um,
I mean, that's what I tried at the other hotel, and then it spiraled into this whole affair plot.
uh, well, how did you do that if you were trying to tell the truth?
It was purely the so Mina, she sort of pushes her plate back a little bit, and she like dabs her mouth with a napkin. The proprietors of that hotel was very old, and she immediately assumed that if I had any business with young men, clearly I was in some sort of tawdry love affair with them. And I did try to say I just met them on the train and they were acquaintances, and I'd like to, speak to them again and reintroduce. And they, have a cup of tea even. And no, she completely got the wrong end of the stick. And at that point, it was just easier to follow the charade.
I see. Well, hopefully we don't need to go back to that hotel. And I mean, are you comfortable doing what we were thinking of doing? Because you don't need to. I mean, we don't know how dangerous these men are, to be honest.
To my mind, this is probably the easiest way to get this information without any sort of confrontation. It's not like any of us are burglars or master thieves.
Well, true, exactly. I mean, we just need to, I guess, see what the contents of these folders or something that they took. We don't need to take them necessarily. We
Exactly.
just need to know if there's a name of a place that they're going to, just some sort of clue.
Well, just to confirm our suspicions, really, as well. I mean, we already kind of know
Yes.
the area that we suspect Arthur is.
Yes, but if he's written down anything of, yeah, anything extra of use. I mean, I'm also just kind of curious what their involvement is, aren't you? Like, are they also looking for him, or do they know? Like, do they know what we know about what we saw before?
I'm not sure. I mean, I suspect they are agents of Professor Cope, and that they've been hired to find Arthur because of his findings. And if Arthur's disappeared on a dig, then it's very likely that he's found something. But
Yes.
I'm not
But
sure.
I guess one reassuring thing, although I don't know if it is after what we've experienced, is that I suppose it means that if they're trying to get his paperwork, hopefully that means that they personally or others like them haven't been involved in his disappearance. But that also means that it's possibly more likely to be what we already experienced, which I don't know what's worse.
I have to say, I'm not in a hurry to repeat what we've already experienced.
No, no, especially as well, we all know how traumatic that was, and to be honest, we don't know that the same thing would happen again. I mean, if we end up back where we were and uh those lizard things attack, there's no there's no saying that we would just do what we did and keep coming back. That could be it.
Of course.
Uh, what do you want to go buy? Finish up your breakfast. We'll be all right. Let's go shopping. Forget about that, and then we'll worry about it later.
She takes a big swig of her tea. Well, I was looking to buy some more clothing. I thought that if I was to do this charade, perhaps I should wear something a little bit more American and a little bit more less and she gestures at her morning clothes.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah, why not? We're off exploring the world. Why not embrace that?
And if anybody should see me and think I'm somebody else, well, then that will help my probably already damaged reputation.
Oh, well, yes. I suppose that is one good thing about maybe lying about who you are. Then hopefully any rumors that start about somebody you're not.
Exactly.
All right.
And yes, I'm just gonna finish up my breakfast. I'm getting ready to go
Wonderful.
do some shopping.
What about the boys?
Yeah, boys.
The boys. What you guys doing?
Gonna have some eggs and bacon.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right. Yeah. Gonna have some eggs and bacon.
Very
And,
nice.
you know.
Get
oh,
fuel for the
yeah,
day.
We're gonna do men stuff.
Yeah. Great. What kind of
Yeah.
good stuff?
Actually, I'm going to read the newspaper and sip my coffee.
I'm going
Yes.
to
So
sip my
the
coffee and look out the
newspaper
window.
here is the Golden Globe. Or not the Golden Globe. Yeah, no, it is. It's the Golden Globe. It's
That's
a
quite a good
weekly
name for a
paper. It
newspaper.
releases
Fair
on
enough.
Saturdays. So the last issue was April 7th.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to basically just have a read of that, of kind of like local gossip, what the
Yeah.
newspaper
Yeah, library
is,
use raw.
you know, like chatting about with the kids and disappearances and anything with the dude we need to find. Library use. There we go. Hard success.
Hard success. So you scour this paper. And you
Can I
find
ask?
yes.
Sorry, what would an extreme be?
1 second.
I rolled a 16. I got 75.
15.
I'll spend 1 luck to make it an extreme.
Spend 1 luck to make it an extreme. All right. So
Just in
you looking through the paper. You see there is a long list of missing persons, most of them children. It gives ages, like, name and then age. Name, age.
Yeah.
There's like 1 or 2 people that you assume to be maybe minors, of mining age.
Okay.
And then the rest are all minors, people who are not adults yet. Sorry, the fun was right there. Anyways, and it's a long list. It seems that they're keeping a running tally. It appears that a couple people on the list have little notes next to them. Like 2 children, one from Silver Plume and one from Golden, may be found in Idaho Springs. They're requesting their parents to come and like verify the children's identity, And but that is 2 out of dozens of names. You see that there is, with your extreme success, you get all 3 things from the involving the children. So you get the big missing persons list of names, all the children that are missing. A lot of them, dozens. Probably about 4 dozen or so, 4 or 5 dozen. Maybe more. It's a lot. You get,
Okay.
you see that there is an ad for people looking, who are familiar with mountaineering or the wilderness and tracking, to help be in a search party that sets out every couple days to look for the children. And then there is to basically speak to the constable about that one. And then there's also an advert for payment regarding information of these missing children, both from the constable, the sheriff of Denver, and from the local orphanage. It appears that the local orphanage is taking out a very small, you're assuming this because they don't have a lot of money, but a very small, like, bottom back page segment of any, information regarding our missing orphans is highly appreciated. Please speak to Miss Ada Leavenworth about you greatly appreciate. And it gives the address for the orphanage. And it lists the current orphans available for adoption. There are 4, ages 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, and 9 years.
Okay.
Strikes you as a little odd that there's a 9-year-old who's not missing.
Yeah.
Apparently there's one at the orphanage.
Okay. I am going to make sure I keep the list of all the names and
Yeah, you
fold
can
it up.
Cut it
and
out,
keep
rip
it
it
on
out,
me.
whatever.
Yeah, I'll
Mhm.
just cut it out, rip it out, and keep it on me just in case.
There's
and then
nothing
I'll
about
finish
Professor Lakes.
That's okay. And then I'll just finish my coffee.
And if you come across any mines, there's a lot of info about mines and like sales of mines and workers for mines. And
Yeah.
there's a demand for workers because all of their child labor has gone missing.
Oh, that's a shame when
I
child
know.
labor
So there's hiring more miners for the mines.
Yeah.
And if you come across, because of your extreme success, if you come across any more mining information, you might know something because you read about it in the paper.
Got you. One down. And then I'm just gonna kind of just sit and relax and basically wait for Miss Staunton to come back because she knows where I am.
Yep.
Basically, just waiting for the shopping trip to end.
I think about the same for Bucky as well. We'll have a coffee. We'll have a relax. He'll
Well,
watch
Mr.
from the
Cartwright
window
will try to
watch for a
strike
bit.
up some conversations with Mr. Boone. While the ladies are gone.
Yeah, he'll be amicable enough. He'll
Yeah.
converse.
Mm-hmm.
If Ryan sees that the conversation goes to, "Are you marrying my daughter? Are you marrying
No.
my daughter?" or close
No,
along there.
nothing that overt yet.
Yeah, I
Okay,
know,
good,
but
good.
you know he
Or
hasn't
like,
been in.
so
polite
where
company
you
for a while.
from? What do you
Yeah.
do? How do you?
Okay.
How long have you known my daughter?
Yeah, 5 minutes. It's long enough.
Yeah, a few days,
Great, great. What good chemistry right off the bat. Yeah, you're basically trying to get to know you a little bit more.
Yeah, he'll tell him the part truths. He'll tell
Yeah,
him that he's from all
and
around.
he'll-
He's a
and he'll-
traveling person.
Talk about Kitty probably a little bit too.
Yeah.
Like probably a couple embarrassing stories of when she was a
Okay.
kid.
I think noticing that, he'll probably just start turning the conversation more and more to him talking about Kitty and
Uh-huh.
about how much he
And
loves his
he will,
daughter
and
stories.
he'll be like,
and-
"Oh wow, he wants to know more about my daughter.
Yeah.
What a great, promising
Yeah.
sign." Yeah,
That's definitely why.
yeah. Oh yeah, yep. That's what he thinks.
Not like
Um,
identity fraud or anything, is it?
Yeah.
You know?
No. I am Kitty Cartwright. That's how it's gonna end. So
yeah, for sure. So can you give me like some type of charm or persuade, just as you're talking with?
I most certainly can. I can
Yeah.
charm.
Cool.
It's not very good.
So
You know
it's
what?
alright.
It's for Kitty's dad. Yeah, I got 35 luck left. I'm sure there's no better uses
I was
of
gonna
this.
say,
I
do you
can
want to
use some
push it
luck.
instead? You could push it if
Oh,
you'd
you know
rather.
what? Yeah, let's do that instead. Let's push
Oh,
it. Let's
big
push it.
risk.
Big
Huh.
risk, big plays. Let's go.
Oh,
It's
no.
not right. Never mind.
No.
It's
You know,
over.
75 is a good skill to push on because you've got a good chance. But no,
It's a good chance. Not this
so you're
time.
just. I think the consequence of this, you just kind of get stuck in that conversation.
I just keep
both-
trying to detach and I'm
Yeah, until Kitty and Mina get back.
okay.
Yeah, and you're able to find whatever clothing items you need in town. There's a lovely tailor, a seamstress, etc. Also plenty of pre-made clothes that can just be quickly altered or off the shelf because, it is the late, 19th century. Come on.
And Mina's like average size, so I think she would just
Yeah.
fit anything really.
Mhm.
No, okay. So she'll disappear off and she'll come back down.
How
and- oh.
saucy is your outfit? Just out of curiosity. This, need revenge against these two gentlemen.
I don't think it's full on floozy, but it's definitely there's like a little bit more than Mina's ever shown before.
Okay. Ooh. Wonderful. So,
Yeah.
just very American, a hint of ankle, because, you know, in the West, actually, the ankle thing wasn't as scandalous as a lot of people say, because it was, you needed to have mobility. But being a noble lady from England, she probably was not used to having any ankle showing, but now you've got ankles because it keeps your skirts a lot cleaner here out in the West. And so probably, yeah, you probably got like a nice walking skirt.
Yeah.
Nice,
Yeah, I
like,
think she
walking
picked up
dress.
some sort
Yeah.
of like a just a nice sort of everyday like day dress. And
Yeah.
then she got some just like out and about clothes. But then I also think she got herself like a nice little evening number with like a bustle,
Ooh.
because the bustle had come back.
Oh,
in
yes,
this time.
the bustle is super in right now.
Yeah, so yeah. Oh, and a big coat, because we're gonna go somewhere cold. So she's gonna be
Nice.
she spent a lot of
Excellent.
money today.
All good. Thankfully, Golden is not the most expensive town in the world, because a lot of the clothes aren't that fancy, but they're very utilitarian. So, yay! You come back, and you're wearing, one of your outfits? You do walking dress?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I think if Kitty takes a bit of her dad's money, because she has hardly
Yeah, he would
anything
give you some
herself
money.
because I didn't do it properly.
Absolutely.
I think in slight contrast, Kitty comes back with some climbing equipment and maybe a very mediocre new hat to try, trying to like do something, but really doesn't know, and mostly just went, oh, useful things. And then, oh, I
Yes.
should do something, and here's a slightly different, but
The
not all that
haberdashery
fancy
would
new
be
hat.
very happy to sell you a lovely hat.
And
Would-
maybe a
ask what it's
shawl or
for.
something as well. If we're going somewhere cold and she doesn't have anything, maybe she'll get something warm,
Sure,
because that's
sure.
practical and that makes sense.
Yes. The haberdasher would be happy to sell you a hat,
Okay.
and ask you what purpose is it for, because you know you had different hats for different.
Oh yeah. Just
And then would ask
something
what your
nice.
husband would think, and then find out that you don't have a husband, and then recommend a different hat.
Yeah, and then here. Yeah, maybe everything's plain, and then the hat's slightly out there
Hat's
because they're
very,
clearly like, oh, this
it's
poor
a
girl.
slightly saucy hat, is what I'm gonna
Yeah.
say. And so Kitty would come back with a slightly saucy hat, and her dad would raise his eyebrows a little bit and be like, "Ooh," and then excuse himself. Glad that you were back, ladies. You look absolutely lovely, both of you. I think I'm going to go to the Colorado School of Mines and connect with some of the other professors there. Maybe do some reading, catch up on some, essays and whatnot.
All right.
Do let me know if you need me. I will probably be there till at least lunchtime.
Yeah. Oh, all right. We'll let you know. I think are we doing this plan? She says to like the four, like.
He'll give Bucky a good pat on the on the back or shoulder on his way out.
Mina
thank you.
is
Sorry.
smirking because she knows what that means.
Yep.
Well, I think the plan sounds like a good go today. I mean, you're looking the part. You're looking like you're ready to go. I don't see why we don't do some. Maybe we can do some role play first. Make sure that we get it right, and then
Right.
we can get you ready to go and go in.
Right. Should we maybe go somewhere a little less public for
Oh,
this?
definitely should do that. All right. I'll tell you what. We'll go to a less public area. We'll go to one of the rooms, and I mean, Ryan, how do you feel about playing either an angry wife or a less angry husband?
I mean, I can do whatever you want.
All
Okay,
right,
cool.
no worries. Then if you want to be the husband, I'll be the wife. We can both get this right.
Right? Okay. Less angry.
One's a bit more of a dramatic role, so I thought maybe I'd do that. Unless you're a thespian.
No, I think I haven't done anything like that. Once I was in like the Christmas nativity thing. I played
part'd you
one
play?
of the sheep.
The sheep, a good part.
Yeah. I think I nailed it.
Yeah.
But
I imagine you pulled the wool over their eyes.
hey, it's good. That's good. I
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
See, we're ready for this. We're ready
Okay.
for this.
All right. This is gonna be fun. I like
Yeah.
this.
So I guess we'll go up to one of the rooms and then do a few different like scenarios of role play with them to try and help them be as fast talking as possible.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he'll really put the pressure on Mina, you know? Like he'll be the most jealous wife he can
Yeah.
be. And he's met a
Oh.
few of those.
Oh, you
Yes.
have. I wonder how.
Yeah.
Can you give me, let's see, do you have the acting skill? Be an
Do not
arts
have the
acting.
I only
Then-
have fast talk as persuasion and charm.
Then give me a persuade or charm, because you're not trying to fool them, you're trying to like
No.
walk them
Trying to
through how to fool
Walk 'em
others.
through.
So you're not trying to pull fast one on them, so you don't want to overwhelm them with fast talk.
God dang, okay.
Man.
Roll
You know what?
tonight, dude.
I'll
You want to push it?
I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna keep pushing things. It didn't go well. It's not my
Alright.
day. I
Roll
think
20.
my morning has been very difficult. I've had to
Oh.
listen to a man about his daughter a lot.
Yeah, and him asking a lot of questions about you for some reason
Yeah,
in
that didn't
regards to
help.
his daughter.
I think I'm too in my own brain to truly be the wife that
Yeah.
I need to be for Ryan.
Yeah. So Bucky
Yes,
is
okay.
very dramatic. You're not sure if you guys get it. It's a
Do we
lot.
just think he's very angry and has had a bad day? like, do you need to sit down? You seem really on edge.
Do I look like I need to sit down?
Yeah, you kind of scaring us, but not in a good way.
Are we still pretending or what?
Yeah, it's kind of 50, maybe like 30, 70. I don't know.
Yeah, you're not
I'm
gonna
just
get
not
a
feeling it
boon
today, you know?
for his acting
That-
lessons this time, unfortunately.
That's all right. That's all right. We'll figure it out.
Are you better at fast talking? Because I'm very much not that. I could sit there I could go attend any academic conference and I can talk and I can charm and I can be there and present in any social event, but I can't like lie very well. Are you good at that,
Okay.
Ryan? In that
Oh,
case,
me?
if you were, yes, because you're going to be there, right? As
Oh
my
yeah, I'll
brother?
be there with you. I'm not a great liar. I tend to, I tend to
Right.
persuade people to see my point of view. If you get what I've never really needed to lie.
Well, you know what? Sometimes honesty can work. Sometimes, rarely.
I mean,
For y'all to
so
stick
sad.
Bucky in a dress and send him in as a disgruntled wife.
look, this will be fine. It'll work. It'll be all right. We just
We could
keep it
just
simple.
go ask them, I guess.
We'll keep it simple. They're all because we need access to the room to get the papers that they took from the university. That's what we're going for.
Now, is
Right.
someone going
Yes.
to take them, or are we going
Oh,
to
yeah,
just
I'm
jot
gonna
them
take
down?
them.
You're going to take them?
Oh yeah, that's why I'm going. So I can identify them very quickly, have a look, see what there's there, and take them.
Right.
Right, but then if we take them,
No.
they'll know we've been in their room.
Yes, especially with all the. Should we be doing this?
Make notes and leave them there. It depends on how much there is and how quick I can
mean-
get in and out.
Let's be honest as well. I imagine they already know that we know that they're who
Mhm.
they are. I just have the feeling.
I feel
It's one
like
of those
this
things.
this ruse as well is going to be something that I expect will get back to them, considering that the proprietors are going to say, "Oh, this lady came," and I think that whether we take them or not, I suppose they're going to know it was us. Are we planning to stay here longer?
No,
No, I
No.
thought the idea was to do this and leave.
pretty much.
Right. So,
Yeah,
so
we're gonna
should
get
we go and get
tickets
train
straight
tickets
to-
first?
Well, yeah, that was what we were hoping to get Edison to do.
Oh, right,
To get
right.
train tickets while we do this, and then delay.
Well, then we can't
Yes.
very well leave if Edison is
Well,
nose deep in a
I
book
mean,
all day.
True.
I mean,
Maybe we can find August and Edison, get a message to him.
yeah, we could.
They
We
could always
do
I mean,
follow.
all we have to do is basically just head to them and say we're going on the train, and he'll be there at least 30 minutes.
Oh,
early.
yes.
Even
Do-
if the train is gone when we tell him, it's leaving in 15 minutes, somehow he will go back in time and be there 30 minutes early.
don't mention going back in time quite so loosely.
Hmm.
Yeah, let's not
Yeah.
do that again. I
Should we-
I don't think I can take that.
Do we know how often the trains go? Are they like daily,
Haven't checked.
hourly?
Well,
I
we
kinda-
haven't been to the station yet. That was part of what we were
I
gonna
know.
do.
Well, the trouble is, we could go there. If we wait until they go there, we could find out the train is in 2 days' time. Then we're stuck here with them, knowing what we've done. I don't know. I'm starting to get really nervous. I'm just,
All right, all right, all right. That's all right, kitty.
starts
Yeah,
wringing her
that's-
hands.
How about this? Why don't you go with Bucky to the train station and find out that information? Get us the tickets, find out when we're leaving, all that. Then I'll give you peace of mind. So that it'll give you kind of like some structure and a plan going forward.
Yes,
You
sure. He
leave-
gives us our out.
Yeah, you leave, get in this file to me and Miss Staunton. We got this.
You know what? I mean, we can trust him, Kitty. I think we can do it.
Oh yeah, no, I trust you totally. I just worry for them. All right, let's go to the train station.
All
Yeah,
right,
let's do that. Just as a heads up, Kitty, your father would not stop talking about you all morning. I know too much about you now. Like
Oh,
so many
that's-
stories about your childhood, I now am informed about just to make sure that you know.
Right.
Yeah. So that's a thing.
I
Do
oh,
you know
okay.
why he's being so loving of you? I mean, like I've
Well,
known
I mean, we haven't
fathers,
seen
but I
each
haven't
other
known
in a
him
long time.
so
He's
proud.
been literally living with dinosaurs for 5 years, so
Yeah, well,
I apologize though. He's
no, it's all right. I just wanted to let you know how much I now know, but also that he clearly loves you a lot, and he's very proud of you. And that's, I'll be honest, it's thrown me off my game a bit.
why?
Just love, and care. It doesn't do well with lying.
Well, I know we're doing some lying today, but we don't have to lie every day. It's just for today.
There's like there's a slight twitch, and he's like, yeah, we don't. You're right. You know what, Kitty? Let's go and get some train
What?
tickets.
Yeah, let's go get some train tickets. Maybe you can tell me all about your childhood and your father, and then we
know.
can
Um,
be on the same page.
I wouldn't know where to begin. And it just gets going with you.
Well, we got time. She's
Oh, no.
obliviously
As
linked
they
up.
leave, Mina turns to Ryan. She says, "Well, I think that's rather sweet."
I feel
Now,
sorry for him.
And
but
as
well,
they close the door, the last thing they'd hear would be, "Should I try an American accent?"
Amazing.
And we'll
can
follow
you do
Kitty
an
and
American
Bucky.
accent?
Oh, we'll follow Kitty and Bucky to the train station. You go there, and there is a young man reading the newspaper, his feet kicked up in the ticket booth, and he sees you coming. Oh, fold it up. How can I help you today, sir, madam?
Trains.
Yes, this
Right.
is the train station. We have many trains come through here. Yes. Yes, indeed.
Yes.
We're looking to go towards Idaho Springs. Right? Are we going to Idaho
Ah.
Springs? Are we going to Silverton? Or there's all these other places where we plan to stop on all the
I think
places.
we were going to go to Idaho Springs last I remember.
All right. Is there a train to Idaho Springs?
Yes. Unfortunately, you missed the one that leaves today. The train leaves on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. It
Oh.
already left through. This one heads from Denver, stops by here a little after breakfast time, and then keeps on chugging along through. The next one will be Friday morning.
What day are
Okay.
we on today?
Wednesday. Yeah.
Oh,
day after tomorrow.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Oh gosh.
Shoot.
Okay.
What about the other one? Silverton?
Silver Plume. Oh, it's on the same line, sir.
Silver-
Um, oh, are they
Oh,
all the
so-
same train then?
Yeah, it is the same train. It stops on all the stops on the lines. That's why it's a
Georgetown,
little
yeah.
slow, little
I
older
see.
train. You see, stops all the cities down the line and then turns around and comes back. That's what it's gonna be doing tomorrow. It's coming back through,
Okay.
and then Friday heads back out the other way.
So Friday then.
Friday, yes, Friday morning, 11 a.m.
Did many people leave on the train today? Were you here?
There's always people coming and going on the train, man.
Oh no. Yes, of course. And she gives a glance to Bucky and is like, did you happen to see a couple of businessmen leaving on the
They
train?
may have looked like they're on a business trip together.
We have friends here, and we were all gonna head that direction. We might have missed them. Oh,
Can I have one of you two make me a luck roll?
oh good God.
So I
60?
have
I've got
bad
60.
luck. I have 35, so I think you're the
Oh.
lucky one, Kitty. It's all on you.
I mean, there's
Nice.
some businessmen on business trips. Could you describe the businessmen for me?
Yeah,
Mostly men
of
on the
course.
train.
Yes, I mean I have their names, although Kate hasn't written them down properly.
Mr. Denigan and Smith.
Right.
Yeah. I thought I wrote them down somewhere, but not.
Um,
And certain describes them.
no, I don't think so. I didn't see anyone like that.
Oh well, good. Then we haven't missed them. Then I wouldn't be surprised if we'll get on the same train with them on Friday. Then maybe.
Possibly. I don't know. No one's bought
No.
tickets for Fridays. Well, not
Oh.
many people. Friday yet. So,
Shall we?
would you like to buy
shall we-
tickets?
Yes, I think so. I think if that's the, because
That
the
would be
next one
good.
would be Monday,
Idaho
so
Springs.
that's probably a bit.
It'd be on Friday. $2 a head. How many people do you need? 2?
No.
No.
Two.
Oh, we're bringing the
There's
kids.
no. There's friends. There's a
Oh, sure. Of course.
group trip. It's a
Oh, that'll be
adventure.
fun.
Yeah, it's great fun.
Starts fumbling now. 1, 2. How many is there? There's like 1, 2, 3,
6
4,
of us,
5,
right?
6. Well, and father.
Oh, and your dad. Yeah, we
yeah,
can't
and the
forget your
dad. So
7?
7.
Yeah, so there's
So
seven of
yes,
us.
so we're gonna need about 7 tickets.
It'd be $14, please.
God, hold on. How do I still don't know how to do the money thing? Like, has the money added up? Does it add up over time?
You get a daily spending limit. Let's say.
Yeah, like does that mean that's the limit of what you can spend, or does it add up if you don't spend
Well,
it?
you have no. You generally you have $6.70 cash. Your spending level is 2, so on average you spend about $2. You can spend up to $2 a day. We'll say your father
Right.
though gave you about $20.
Okay.
God, yeah, because I think I added some across.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing with the money thing. She's not a money person, I guess.
Yeah.
That's fair.
We find the money somewhere.
We do.
Dad gave me the money.
You
She's got a
probably
dad with
didn't
a
spend
now.
all from your dad, despite buying some climbing supplies. So yeah,
Yeah.
you'd have just enough.
We knew we were going to the train station. We would have brought money. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. We get our 7 tickets
Yep.
for the train.
And you.
How long does it
9
take to
a.m.
get
Friday.
to Idaho Springs out of interest?
A couple hours, few hours. You'd probably
Couple
get
of
there
hours.
around mid-afternoon.
Have you ever been? Is it nice?
Oh, personally, myself, no, I came from east to Golden. Never been further west than Golden, but I hear it's real lovely. If you like mining,
Oh, there's lots
Well-
of mines, right?
a lot of mines.
Boy,
Yep.
do we love mining.
Well-
What kind of mines are out there?
Oh well, they've
Is
got
there a
all
popular
sorts.
one?
Multiple mines. I don't know all of them. The Colorado School of Mines probably could tell you more about them or the paper, but there's a bunch. I know they've got some of the oh, what's the word? The ones where you get the water and
Gold?
well, I mean, yeah, everyone's always looking for gold. But unfortunately, placer mines. A lot of placer mines. Especially, I think they're starting to put some up by Cripple Creek. But yeah, placer mines, they get the little rivers and they do all the panning and they, sluicing and stuff. But then there's also
yeah,
mines
yeah.
in the hills, mines in the mountains. There's several mountains in the area. There's oh goodness,
Positively
Bald
exciting.
Mountain, Mount Pisgah, Pewabic Mountain, Santa Fe Mountain, Echo Mountain, Lloyd Hill.
Do you happen to have heard any stories about cave paintings, like
Yeah, like petroglyphs, right?
pictographs?
Cave paintings. I mean, I think some of the natives, some of the Indians did some of those, right?
I
Yeah.
think yes, possibly. We were kind of it's a special interest. Do you?
Oh, well,
Um,
not really my thing. I mean, I've heard about them.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I'm sure they exist.
Well,
They
we'll
do.
go look, I guess. Thank you. Sorry, we won't take all your day.
No, thank you.
Oh,
for
no
your-
problem.
your
It's not many people are
wonderful
lining
help.
up right now because there's no train coming. The train from Denver already came and left, so.
Of
Yeah.
course. Well, thank you. I hope you have a wonderful day.
Oh, thanks. You too as well. Have fun on your
No
group trip.
worries. Will do. It's been quite fun so far.
Oh, good. Glad to hear it. He like kicks back down and like pulls out the paper and
Yeah.
reading
I'll
again.
get walking. So at least we know that the businessmen have not left the business here.
Yeah, I suddenly realized when we came, God forbid they would have jumped. I mean, they were already ahead of us last time. We were walking and talking, and
Yeah, of course.
my worry was that all this plan to grab the thing and that the room would be empty and they've left with all the information. But
That would have
sounds
been
like they
trouble.
haven't, unless they found another means of travel. But
Unless they
all right.
have, and if they have, I guess that's a different kind of concern.
true. I feel like we need to inquire, and it might be we have to wait until we get out to Idaho Springs. But I mean, yeah, considering Swiftcrow helped Daddy so much, and with their discoveries and all that, I wonder if we can find ourselves a guide for this kind of area.
That might be good to do. I mean, last time we sure could have done with one for a lot more of that trip. So a guide sounds like a great idea.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure that, our erstwhile companion in the library can help us with identifying somebody who's suitable.
Yes, that's true. Maybe we'll pass a note for them to study that particular thing, find out some information.
Should be good. Well, until then, do you want to go and get a coffee? I mean, I could do with a drink. And the others are going to be a while doing their plans, so...
True. You don't suppose we need to tell them that it's 2 days until the train?
Yeah, we should probably do that. Hopefully they're not already there doing it.
So, hopefully they're not
come on,
already
let's
doing
hurry.
that. Let's cut over.
Yeah.
Do you guys wait for the two to come back with the train tickets before enacting your plan, or you go out right away? Like, how do you guys approach this? I know Mina's got some nerves, so...
I think Mina's trying to put it off as long as possible, so she would be happy to wait for them to come back. But
Sure.
also, we don't have anyone look out for the businessmen on a business
You
trip,
don't.
so she doesn't know that it's safe to go and do it yet.
Well, that's fair.
Good.
So, you guys, have some coffee or tea, pass the time a little bit. Bucky and Kitty return.
Yeah.
It does not take them too long. 20-minute trip.
Well,
25.
hello. Glad to see you two haven't already gone and enacted your brilliant plan.
Yeah, we missed the train. It was today.
Yeah, this morning.
Oh. I mean, there is another, but not until Friday. We have tickets, but and we did check that it seems the gentleman did not take the train today. So I guess they're
Right.
around here somewhere, but
Yeah, I mean,
Do
at
you-
least it works out that we haven't done anything yet in that regard. But yeah, I'd probably say that we should be careful today. Maybe have a look around, bide our time, act like we in no way suspect the businessmen, and then perhaps enact our plan tomorrow.
yes.
Also,
Alright.
gives you some preparation time.
Is I worry about this, but I'm wondering, I mean, we could in the meantime kind of try to talk with them, as in just we don't have to let on about anything. We could, I don't know, maybe we could try and casually bump into them, having traveled with them since
That
San Francisco. And I guess there might be information we find out just in a casual conversation, and if not, then obviously we have our plan anyway. I don't know.
So-
Is that a good idea, or is
That was my first
silly?
suggestion all along, and I'd much prefer that course of action.
maybe
I
we
mean-
could have a conversation with them then. I mean, we did travel with them. We got another day until we need to enact our plan. If we get that desperate, it gives us a chance to at least talk to them.
Yeah, we could just casually trying to find out some information. We have a reason. We can completely. We don't have to let on that we know anything. Obviously, we saw them the other day, and we could. I don't know. We don't need to let on that we know that they have this these files or whatever. But maybe just talk with them about what they're up to. I guess.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I mean, we were friendly with them on the train as well, so I can't see him seeing that as too strange.
Yes.
Maybe we bump into them in the street. We find them somewhere. We invite them for a nice spot of lunch, just as continuing travel mates wherever our destinations take us, and then whatever from there.
And, should the locals also see you with them, then your act tomorrow becomes a bit more likely.
Oh, I didn't even.
Yes, it would, wouldn't it?
It helps to build a, bit of a story behind you.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it would, wouldn't it? Yes. Shall we take a walk about town then? See if we can bump into our businessmen on a business trip.
That
Yes.
sounds delightful.
I mean, there is other places we need to visit as well, considering we should probably go to the orphanage and talk to them about the children going missing.
Yes.
We could
disappearing
even go
children.
out and visit a mine or two, although there seems to be so many. I mean, how do you pick a needle in a haystack?
Yeah.
Is it...
It would. What was the one that they mentioned yesterday to us, Kitty? There was a specific one that
Today
they found that had similar glyphs.
Did they?
I believe they
have a
mentioned
name
it's
for it.
something.
It was in his
I-
notes. Well,
Right,
not in his
okay.
notes. It was his wife mentioned he had found a
He'd
cave with
found
glyphs,
some.
but didn't say
Yeah,
where it was.
Okay.
I don't
And
think
that
we knew.
wasn't one of the
And I'm
nearby ones.
that
No.
was no, that's where he is.
He's headed
The one
off
I
to.
just wrote down was Cripple Creek Mine, which
Well, I didn't mean to roll that education, but I'm glad to have been reminded of this. So it worked out.
yeah. No, I think those. Yeah, we know about
With
that.
your education check, you remember from the Colorado School of Mines Institute, there is a metric shit ton or a buttload of mines. If there
Buttload
is
of
a
mines.
hole in the ground that can be mined, it is currently being mined right now.
There's not like in the paper, if because I'm sure there's one sitting on a table that they, but
Yes, the Golden Globe.
yes, do they seem to announce new mines being sort of opened or found or
yes.
dug or anything like that?
No new mines this week, but there is a lot of calls from miners needed.
Right.
A lot of hiring adverts from, I'd say, probably about 14 different mines in the area.
I think Kitty might like notice I wonder
Some
if
of them are
Mr.
placer
Edison's-
mines. Some of them are more digging mines. A lot of there's some iron mines around here. Silver is a big one. Golden, Colorado is not named after gold being found here, but after a man whose name was Golden. Mr.
Right.
Golden. So a lot of silver mines. Some iron, lead further west. Yeah, mostly.
I can't
hiring
help
adverts.
thinking that
Couple mines being
know.
sold to other people amidst the shortage of labor workers, as often happens.
do there seem to be disputes? Like, are there arguments
Always.
over mines?
Always.
right, but
that
it's
is-
not nothing that's sort of catching attention and
Nothing that would catch attention. No.
I don't know. It makes me wonder if a new
Couple
mine
reports
got
of
found.
mines being under dispute or closing due to lack of workers. But nothing like temporary closures or permanent. They're not sure yet. Typical mining town problems.
I don't know. I feel like if there was a new mine that was found and people needed the workers and this is where the children are going missing, then they wouldn't be announcing that there was a new mine because it would draw a lot of attention that way. But
True enough.
I can't help but think that that's an option.
I mean, with the other shipment of mining equipment going missing as well, it seems like it could be.
Yeah, terrible thought. And if there's that many mines, then it would almost be impossible to go and search every single one of them.
Yeah,
But-
it would be.
I'm sure the police would have thought about that sort of thing, though. It must be their first point of call, especially as you say with the mining equipment. Maybe
Yeah, but
we should
that's
go
given-
to the orphanage.
It's giving the police a lot of credit.
Well, shouldn't we?
No, sometimes they can't put A and B together.
Oh,
So I think as much as it's nice that you have such faith in the law, it may be that they're not looking under every rock, like you said. Maybe somebody in this town is the one who's making them go missing, taking them somewhere to mine. But who would have a great interest in mines? Somebody from the mining school, a minologist.
I don't think that's a thing. Is it a thing? It's a
I
minologist.
went to a
thing
school
now.
full of them yesterday.
Right, I don't think they're called minologists, but I guess it sounds similar to biologist or geologist.
Mineralogy is a thing. Not minologist, unfortunately. It does sound very Victorian, but I've not seen that in any of the lists. Fortunately.
I start listing off random names of crystals and rocks and various boring shit.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, so there's this and there's.
This is really exciting, but what I'm trying to say is that maybe somebody from the School of Mining has some sort of connection to people going missing, because they'd be the ones, right, with the knowledge of which mine to hide the kids in. They
Well-
can get to work.
True. Well, there were
Yes.
certain mines that they had on their rota, didn't they? I mean,
They
and ones that are
did.
closest to the school too, potentially.
But one of my biggest questions is why children?
They can get into small spaces for mining.
Well, yes. I mean, children have been employed for many years. They're very useful in a lot of jobs, but why take them? What would you gain from that?
Yes,
I mean,
that's...
actually, quite a few of them are quite young, right? They wouldn't be able to hold a pick. They'd be useless.
I'm not sure if you've met many 2-year-olds, Mr. Boone, but yes,
I met a few. They
Oh.
don't seem like they have the arms for a
not quite.
mining pick.
They haven't quite
Um,
figured out leverage yet.
I kind of have a terrible thought, and it's, I guess, similar to what we thought at one point. You remember us holding out the fruit in front of us to check the time at the ziggurat?
Oh.
Young
you think
children.
they're taking children, aging them up to become eligible workers, and then putting them to work in a mine? That is
No, I actually wasn't
that is
quite
horrifying.
thinking. I wasn't quite thinking that. What I was thinking was if they are mining something very close to a similar time bubble thing, then they would need to know how the time is shifting, kind of like we did, and
Like a
get
canary
just
in a mine.
see, sort of. I don't know, because then they'll see if they're getting old. Like if they start to get older, you'll notice very quickly a child getting older. You wouldn't notice an adult quite the same if it was slow.
If this is true, then this is really messed up.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of children missing. Something is very messed up. But I also have a do you remember the pictogram? I think we got them drawn somewhere. But you remember there was that little childlike being inside something
the
that seemed to be
crystal thing.
inside a mountain. I kind of worry that wasn't where we were, that maybe is in this area, and they are mining to try and find the being.
Maybe we can see if we can find a mine that's suitable then, like near a mountain.
Yeah, under a mountain.
One that can hold that weird shape.
Mm-hmm.
How about
Um,
this then? How about Kitty, you and Mr. Boone, you go to the School of Mines, you see if you can find a suitable mine for what we're looking for. Mr. Hawks and myself, we will head to the orphanage and see if we can find any information from there about the children.
I think
All right.
I would be happy for that, but I do think that I'm not as equipped to talk to the university people, I'll be honest with you. Whereas an orphanage,
Fair
that's
enough.
way up my alley.
Oh, well,
You're
Ryan,
quite
why
right.
don't you come with me? Because you're professor, and I know some things, but he didn't seem like, at least the president didn't seem like he would talk to me quite as much as he might talk to you, and he's already spoken to you. Would that
All
that
right.
work?
Yeah, I can go with you.
You are the smart people.
Well,
You're smart in your own way. You
Yeah.
seem to be a very good actor, that's for sure.
Thank you, but if you ask your dad, you're the smartest person alive.
Well, he's my dad. He's kind of meant to say that, I
he's
suppose.
contractually obligated. to
He's a
say such
professor. I
things.
think he's fine to say that, and he's qualified, but I'll leave you to it. Good luck.
Same.
All right. You're going to follow as you guys break with your new plan for the day. Let's see. School or orphanage? It's the school. We're gonna go to the
Endless
school
planning.
first. So, Ryan and Kitty, you guys head to the Colorado School of Mines.
Okay.
Again, it is another school day. It is a Wednesday, so it is a hustle and a bustle. Where do you guys go? Who do you guys talk to? What do you do here?
So I'm sorry, I'm just a little confused as what we're looking for. Are we looking for any recently opened mines that people could potentially, or potential mines like, I don't know, that could have artifacts in them? Is that what we're looking for?
I think we were looking for any if they have a sort of map almost of all the different mines, then maybe we might find one that seems to tie up a little bit with the pictures that we saw on the pictographs back in
What you mean, maps
Colorado.
of like interior of mines,
Not necessarily. I know more about where
they are?
where the different mines are. So if there's some that are more
I see
mountainous.
what you mean. Oh, I think, that I can probably, we can probably find a map about that. I wouldn't be
yeah.
surprised if one of the professors right here has every single mine on a map.
That's what
Yeah,
I
that
was
should be easy enough.
thinking. But there also might be a couple of other new people that we didn't talk to last time that we suppose we could talk to, or
Mhm.
I don't know. I feel like, well, maybe women do, maybe professors don't bother, but you'd think that they'd have their own theories, wouldn't you? I mean, the president didn't seem too bothered, just seemed to think everyone was playing truant, but I wonder if anyone else is suspecting what we're suspecting.
What I think people are doing is that when people can't understand the unexplainable, they kind of make up a solution themselves. They need to know the answers, particularly academics. We'd like to know what's going on in the answer. And if you don't know the answer, you can kind of just put one into place. And in all fairness to them, they are academics. They're not the local authority in searching for children. So they probably don't want to think about it because it is quite a bad thing that's happening. So I think they probably just want to keep their heads down and hope they come back.
Do you think actually we should be looking, rather than looking for one that's newly opened, I wonder if we should be looking for one that seems to be closed, like that for some reason people can't go there. You think if you're taking
Recently
children
closed mines.
well, in a sense that if you're hiding children in a mine, you don't want anyone else going there. So you'd want people to think that it was closed or dangerous or abandoned or useless in some way. So
I mean, can I ask you something? Why do you think that children are being held in a mine?
well, I don't
Is it
really.
because there's a lot of mines around?
Maybe I'm just putting very limited information all together and trying to make it all fit, like you said, trying to make sense of it all. But
See, the thing
children
is,
going missing, we're in a mine area, we know, I suppose, certain things that others maybe don't. But I'm struggling to understand why Mr. Lakes would go missing and then all these children would start to go missing, and we also know mining equipment has gone missing. It just it feels like if you're trying to put it all together, that makes sense. But I guess it could be numerous other reasons. They could be shipping children off to wealthy people in the East or the West who want children. It could be anything, I guess, but
They could even be unrelated.
yes, they could, absolutely.
However, before our train trip, I would be doing the exact same thing. I would be trying to find the logic in the illogical. However, after our recent experience, I've come to accept that some things are just weird. And I
Yes.
think maybe that the children disappearing are one of those things. I think they might be linked to lakes. So for me, I think we find lakes, we might find the children.
Yes. The fact that we seem to have no information about how these children are even going missing.
Mhm.
Nobody
That's-
seems to be seeing anyone go missing. They're going missing from all sorts of different towns. And you'd think if they were going missing and being shipped off somewhere, someone would notice a bunch of children on a train or in a wagon train or something.
Mhm.
And I mean, are they going missing in broad daylight? They're going missing at night. We don't have very much information at all. And I think you're right. I feel like maybe they are all linked. But considering we can't go to Idaho Springs for another couple of days now, I feel like we keep missing our window a little bit. But
Well, how about this? Instead of going to the college, we go talk to the two businessmen.
where do you think we'll find them? We might find them at the college, where we spotted them before.
I mean, it's true, we could find them at the college, we can go looking for them, and if they're not there, we can go to their hotel and see if they're there.
All right, I trust you. Lead on.
All right. We'll have a look around the college, have a listen for any rumors or any gossip around
Yeah.
the college, look for the two businessmen at the college, see if they're around here. If not, we'll have a walk around town and maybe head to their hotel to see if they're still in there.
Wonderful. Could you both of you give me listen checks for rumors and spot hidden checks
Sure.
to see if you can spot
Not very good
two
at
businessmen
listening.
on a business trip?
Nope.
Wonderful. You
Terrible
hear
at
nothing.
listening.
Hidden.
We're terrible listeners.
I'm alright at spot hidden.
Oh no.
Ryan.
I'm gonna-
Yes.
Can I push my spot
You,
hidden?
of course, can.
I don't
push your
know
spot
what that
hidden.
means. Like, I mean, I
So
kinda
if you
know what it
fail,
means.
it's worse. But if you succeed, it's
How's
real
that?
good. You have to get a hard success.
I'm blinded. Okay, well, okay. Well, it's
So-
worse. I don't know. What
Yes.
does that mean?
So basically, the situation or the result gets worse from a pushed.
Okay.
Spot
Oh, I
hidden
hope it
roll.
didn't make it worse for Ryan. Sorry.
Okay. You
Hit
never
me in
know.
the face and I'm blind when I'm
Bah!
like,
It's like, look, bang. My new hat pokes you in the
"Oh."
eye.
Yeah.
So, how am I gonna make this worse? Brian, Katie, you guys are
Hi.
walking around the college campus for a bit. Lots of chatter from young men and a few women, a few young ladies that are here, and like one older lady, who seems to be taking classes here. A lot of chatter, people going to and from classes. The class style here is mostly lectures, though you do see a bunch of people sitting out on the front lawn of Jarvis Hall, which is the main hall, sketching. It seems that they are sketching the scenery, sketching the mountains around Golden. Probably good practice for both survey work and for art classes. So it's probably a good big crossover class. You see that there's people learning how to use survey equipment. A lot of things. You're just walking around. You don't see the two businessmen on a business trip. Until you are getting ready to leave. You haven't seen anything. You kind of getting, you see them approaching. And how it gets worse is Mr. Milton Moss intercepts the both of you. Mr. Talkative. Oh, look at the bay. From the day before, he goes, "Oh, Mr. Professor Hawks and Miss Cartwright, it's so good to see you two again. How can I help?" And you see the two businessmen just like walking behind him as he's like shaking your hand again, and
thank you.
and they go into like a building. As he's so yeah, you see him, but you're not able to immediately intercept them. That's how
Okay.
Of course, yeah.
Okay.
How are you all? Are you here about? Did you want to see the fern again?
No, Professor. That's fine. We
Really
don't
nice
actually.
plant.
We were
I
just.
haven't watered it yet today.
Well, don't you think you should go water it?
I usually do that in the afternoon. It's something about
Oh.
a lady once told me you shouldn't water plants during the peak heat of the day. As it could,
Yeah.
lead to fungus and whatnot. So I'm going to do it, usually either early in the morning, but I slept in this morning, so you're in the evening. I was going to water in
Yeah.
the evening. Is there anything I can do? Show you around?
Actually, yeah.
Take you to see
Could
some
you-
classes?
The building
I'd love
over
to
there.
give you a whole tour. Oh, yes, that is our new gymnasium.
It's a gymnasium, is it? Wonderful,
Yes, we
wonderful.
just finished it a year or two ago.
You know what? I don't think we've seen the gymnasium. Do you mind if we head on?
Oh, well, I'd be more than happy to show you the entire school campus.
No, we don't have time. You see, we're a bit busy. You see, we got a lot of things to do. So we just want to have a quick check
Give
in
me
the
a
gymnasium.
charmer
We're
persuade, Tom.
gonna have to do persuade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if it's a matter of time, I suppose we could start with the gymnasium. You do seem like quite the athletic fellow, and then, after that, we could maybe tomorrow you could see the rest of the school. Yeah, right.
That's
Sure.
it,
Let's
tomorrow.
go. Miss Cartwright.
Alright.
I don't see a ring on your finger. Perhaps you were to get some, you do some scouting at the gymnasium. Lots of young, virile men in there, stout, many unwed men in there.
Thank you. That's perfect. I would love to.
I'm sure you would. Let's go. Yes, lots of handsome young gents. It might be a little scandalous. Most women don't enter the gymnasium, but I think I've spoke with your father earlier today. We had a lovely, long conversation.
Professor, time is
about
ticking.
you.
Time is ticking.
Oh yeah,
We
he's
gotta
walking
go.
you to the gymnasium as he's
I
talking.
want to usher him a little quicker.
Yes, your father has many wonderful things to say about you, Miss Scott, right?
Oh, I'm so glad that he's sharing so many wonderful stories with everybody.
He said you're a brilliant young mind and that you would do rather well at the college here, either as an instructor or as a student. And yes, here we are, the gymnasium. And
I'm gonna look for the businessmen.
hold on. Here we go. I'm trying to get a little thing. I have a picture of the gymnasium.
Are we
We'll
gonna
share
have
with you the
hot,
Discord.
eligible men. Is that in the picture as well?
Unfortunately,
there's
there are
no
no
naked
people
men
in the
in
picture,
there.
but there are a lot of men with the in their breeches with either no shirts or like the undershirts. Or like unbuttoned, with the sleeves rolled up. There's a lot of men working out. There's some gymnastics equipment there, and you see
Thrusting.
the two businessmen on a business trip in here. The one whose
They are.
shoulder was dislocated is sitting out. He's not participating, but which is Mr. Denigan. Mr. Smith, however, is using some of the gym equipment and working out, and Mr. Denigan seems to be observing quite
he
intently.
is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna edge closer to Kitty.
Yes, here you are.
And just as
fine
he's chatting
equipment,
away,
state of the
I'm just
art.
gonna whisper into her ear, do you want to stay with the professor and talk to the businessman, or do you want me to do it?
To be honest, I think I'd prefer you to do it. I don't know. I'm not very good talker, and I wouldn't know what to say to them. I'll listen to this one.
Okay. Thank God. I'll be right back. and he goes, if you'll excuse me 1 minute, I'll leave you in the capable hands.
Oh yes, I will be your
Miss
chaperone.
Cartwright.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's it, if you
yes,
wouldn't
yes.
mind,
Sounds
I'll,
great.
I'll
Show me,
be right back.
what is all this equipment?
Oh, I
It's-
will explain each and
explain
every piece of
everything.
equipment here to you. See, this area over here, we've got the rings, which man, you work the scapula and whatnot, and he doesn't seem to be great with biology terms, like anatomy and physiology terms.
She's
but
not
he
really listening
does
very much anyway.
seem to know what all the gym equipment is, probably because he's one of the ones who approved the gymnasium equipment to get put in here. Because you have a feeling it wasn't the president; it had to have been the vice president. Just picking with all these, young folk, these academics. His physicality is so important, and that's when Ryan walks away as he's explaining each and everything. the saddle, pommel horse, and the rings, and the weights, and the
I
boxing gloves.
so want him to give demonstrations on how to use them.
Oh, but he won't give demonstrations personally, as he's rather, old. But he will take Kitty over to each piece and have whoever's using it demonstrate how to use it.
Kitty is very rad with all these naked men sweating and showing off their prowess.
Suddenly interested in gymnastics.
Yeah, let's
Especially
see.
if the professor is like, look, this is Kitty. This, like he's
Oh,
probably
he introduces you to each
Yeah.
person. Yeah.
It's like, and I'm like, you should meet my aunt.
Oh, is she in town? I'd love to. Yes.
Oh no, unfortunately not San Francisco, but if you ever
Oh.
visit,
I'll keep that in mind. But this is young Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones, would you be happy to show Miss Cartwright the rings? And he's like, yeah, I'd love to. And yeah, they're going to show
constantly
us.
glancing at how long Ryan is going to be. Help me.
Should have talked to the businessman.
So while Kitty's getting the tour of the gym, Ryan, you do you approach Mr. Smith, who is doing like pull-ups on like pull-up bars, or Mr.
No.
Denigan, who's sitting out?
I'll approach Mr. Denigan. I wouldn't want to interrupt Mr. Smith.
There are
doing
some
his-
chairs on the outside for people to rest or just hang out. You see some people
And I'll look-
sketching. You're guessing they're sketching, anatomy and physiology. Yeah.
And he'll approach and he'll go, "Oh, Mr. Denigan. Oh, it's great to
hi,
see you
yes,
again."
Mr. Hawks, was it?
That's
he points
it.
at this
That's
because
it. That's
his
it.
arm's in a sling.
And he'll kind of sit down and kind of offer the hand that isn't injured
Oh,
to
yes,
shake.
thank you. And I'll shake it. Good to see you here, and you're
Yeah.
golden. Yes. But didn't
That's
expect to
right,
run
that's
into
right.
you.
Oh, sorry, what was that?
Didn't quite expect to run into you here.
Oh, well, you see, an educated man myself, a professor. I just can't help just take a look
That's right.
into,
You were a
these small-
teacher, right? A college
right.
teacher. That's right.
That's
Sorry.
right, yeah.
So you meet so
So
many
I
people who
couldn't help.
train.
Well, it's a good way to kind of, learn from each other's teaching. I could learn something from here and bring it back to my own students. I think that's a good idea. What about yourself? You and your friend here. What are you?
Yes, me and my business partner. We are.
Yes, your business partner.
Yes.
Yeah.
After all that time sitting on trains, he wanted to, get some of the blood flowing and exercise, and I would be joining him. We do enjoy a bit of fisticuffs and boxing now, but shoulder from that.
Yeah,
sudden
how is that
start.
shoulder going?
It's healing. I've had it checked out from a doctor here. Mr. Hope did an excellent job of putting it back in a socket, but it's still kind of tender. The docs say it'll take about another week or so before I can take the sling off.
Oh, is are you going to be staying in Golden for a whole week then?
We're not
You know.
sure yet. We're definitely gonna be staying here for at least a few more days, a couple more days.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a good idea to travel injured. Particularly
That's what
out
I
here.
was thinking.
Yeah.
Really just depends on how our work goes. Sometimes you get sent hither, thither, and yon.
How is your work going? You're here looking
fairly well.
to invest in mines, right?
Yes, invest in mines and property, both
Mhm.
for individually for ourselves and for some of our clientele.
Any successes on those fronts? Have you found any particular mines that are particularly profitable to invest? Or
We have looked
properties
at some
around?
placer mines.
Uh-huh.
I can't unfortunately give you the names of which ones, but some
Of course.
yes, but some placer mines here. I believe the vice president, he loves to chat about it. We were looking at investing in some of those personally, but then some of our clients are more interested in some of the lead mines, I think, perhaps,
right.
further up. Lead, the silver, iron. There's a lot of minerals here in Colorado, apparently. And trying to get some reports from some of the land surveys here from the college to,
Mm-hmm.
it's always good to get more information before you invest.
Always a good way, right? You don't want to just invest in a empty mine.
No, unfortunately, that happens all too frequently.
Oh, that is a shame. That is a shame. So, after you've done Golden, you said you were going to head further on elsewhere. Where
Yeah,
where are you
further
heading
west. Yeah, further
afterwards?
west.
Further west?
Mhm.
Is it Idaho Springs?
Yes, Idaho Springs is where.
Is that west?
That is west.
Yeah, thought so. So, wow, west? I mean, how far west? You going all the way to the coast?
Oh, no. I think Silver Plume might be as far west as we go.
Oh, okay.
Georgetown, Silver
okay.
Plume.
Right. I don't know how far west that is. I'll have to admit.
It's a bit west. It's past Idaho Springs, past.
Mhm.
It's right around where Cripple Creek is. That's where they've got some promising placer mines gonna be starting up soon.
Oh,
Might be some
Interesting.
gold. But you didn't hear it from me.
really? Now that is promising.
So that's
Well,
our
for your
personal
investors.
investment. Some of our clients want to look into more like tunneling mines, but the expenses on those are so outrageous. You do get the dynamite, pay for more workers. I mean, with placer mines, I mean, really, it's just if you can get the minerals from sifting, it's the way to go, in my
Well,
opinion.
I was just thinking. I've been reading on the newspaper and hearing whispers around town, and there apparently seems to be a miner shortage.
That's what I've heard. Yes.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we're not. We're just looking at investing. We're not actually opening any mines. My business partner, and I.
Mm.
But yes, there does seem to be quite a shortage of workers. Not really my thing. I'm more of a books and investigation, like
but-
investment type of person.
That's right. Yeah. So
yeah,
if you
how
do
do I have
the
investors?
investment type, what does
Yes.
your business partner do?
Oh, so he's the numbers man. I'm the one who does the talking with the clientele. He's the one who runs the numbers.
I see. How I'm just curious, just
Mathematician
looking,
wizard.
observing these two. How
Mhm.
physically fit and strong do these
They're
two?
pretty fit.
Yeah, they are.
They work out.
Yeah, they could break a few bones if they wanted to, right?
You do see after his warm up with the pull-ups and like the pommel horse and stuff, he does put on like go do for some of the boxing, some fisticuffs. There's some
Yes,
people there.
yes.
Yeah, see how good he is right now. He's pretty good. He wins.
Ryan
He's
is
pretty
feeling a little inadequate. He thought he was in reasonable shape, but now he's
Yeah.
realizing maybe he's getting
It's hard
the
to
daddy
tell
gut
under all the
before
layers
he's
of
even had a
Victorian
child.
clothing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you see, like, and as he gets into the fisticuffs ring, he takes off the shirt and you see the muscles.
Yeah, Ryan doesn't look like that underneath. Nope. No, he's all right, but he's not that like. He's like, oh right.
When
okay.
you have a really academic kind of job, I'm sure you understand, Professor. It's just you just gotta get out some. You have to stay in good shape, you know.
No, you're right. You're right. There, funny enough, there are many a times that I like to go for a jog around the campus or
Yeah.
anything
Nothing like a
that.
good jog. Can't do that either.
yeah.
Right now. It's too bumpy.
Yeah. It's really
He
nice.
looks genuinely frustrated that he can't participate in what's going on in the gym. No.
Yeah. Well, before you know it, you'll be able. You rest up, you heal that arm, and
Yep.
before you know it,
Been
you'll
trying to
be
get
joining
lots
the
of rest. We
business
slept
partner.
in this morning, before heading out
Oh
here.
right.
Yeah.
Do you sleep in often? Or is that just a special occasion?
Just special occasions,
I
really.
suppose.
Injuries, whenever rest is needed, we try to, stay at the
Mhm.
hotel.
Right. Well, it was a good catching up with you.
Sure. If you have any good mining investments or properties for sale, please let me know. Here,
You
and
know
he'll
what?
like fish out a business card.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind. Thank you. I
Mhm.
got the business card.
And we've
Have a
got
look
got
at it.
a couple different investors here having us look into some things.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I've got a little money stored away. Just starting a new family,
Mhm.
So, and I might need some investments for any future expeditions that I might be doing.
Right.
So,
yes.
I might have to take you up on that for some, like private investments to make a bit of money to help fund. some
Yeah, well, we're
expeditions.
getting info here from the School of Mines, and my partner is going to be crunching up some numbers, and we'd happy to have you give you some
know
good
what?
consultation.
Wonderful. I might catch you up on that later before you head off.
Just let us know what you're looking for to invest in.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Well, it was great.
We're
talking
staying
to
at
you
the
again.
Burgess Hotel,
The Burgess. Where's that? Is it far from
it's-
here?
and he'll give you the address.
Yeah. Okay, wonderful. And Ryan will get up to leave, and he'll say goodbye, and then he'll stop and turn around. Oh, I almost forgot. This might sound odd, but have you heard rumors about children going missing and stuff like that?
Yeah, I did notice town was a little too quiet, and I've read the
It's
paper. There was a
weird, right?
bunch of names. You know, that's strange. Genuinely,
I'm glad-
I've never encountered that before.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought that
No,
was
no, I
strange.
thought I didn't want to say anything. 'Cause I'm not from
Yeah.
around here, but no, it's weird.
Okay. All right, that's good. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again, and
And
you
as he's
take care of
talking to
that
you,
office.
his eyes just keep drifting, like, over to his business partner, like the whole conversation. Just so you know.
Yeah. Is the business partner looking at us while he's working out?
Every so often, not as
Just a
much.
little nod, when he's
Yeah.
resting, is it? You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Like a little
Or
nod,
like after
yeah.
he wins, he's like, oh, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll nod and say goodbye, and then put a small wave to his business partner,
Oh,
just
gives
to
you a
say
wave. He's got the
goodbye.
boxing gloves on, but he,
Yeah.
you know.
and head back and rescue Kitty.
Kitty, you have almost toured the entire gymnasium by now. You've met a lot of young gentlemen
Every gentleman.
and not so young gentlemen. You've met a lot of the gentlemen here. You've been mansplained all of the equipment.
Mm-hmm.
And Ryan comes back. Oh, Mr. Hawks, you're not gonna use any of the equipment. It's a state of the art. We had it shipped in from over east.
You know what? I might take you up on that offer. Can I use it at any time? Can I just pop in and use it?
Oh, as long
That'll
as
be
the
fine?
gymnasium's open, of course. You're welcome anytime.
Wonderful. I would, but we're just running a little short on time. We just gotta shoot off.
Right.
Oh,
Um,
what a shame. But
I'm so
it's been
sorry, Miss
delightful.
Cartwright.
Oh, it's fine.
Happy
it's
to
fine.
show you around, Miss Cartwright. I'll be sure to tell your father about it.
Oh, good. Yes, you discussed that. Thank you very much. And I say thank you to the poor gentleman who's now probably doing rings or something in front of us. Is that...
No. No. Don't freeze. All right. We're back.
Game
baby.
faces.
We're
We're
gonna
back.
see if this holds, but
Okay.
oh, and we're also in the wrong spots. I'll fix it. Also, you're very vivid, Mr. Boone. What kitty car right now?
Oh no, I'm
To go back
good.
in time, Miss
He's,
Boone.
he's in the future.
He's in the
Let
future.
me just go to the past 1 second. There we
Oh,
go.
there you go.
Gotta go
Okay.
back.
Gotta
All
go
right.
back to the
So-
past.
Right, Kitty is saved by Ryan approaching at the gymnasium. Mr. Moss is like, oh, well, yeah, yes, well, unfortunately you have to go, and that's so terribly sad. But yeah, you do stop by tomorrow, maybe, for the rest of the campus tour.
Yeah, sure. We'll try and see if we can squeeze that in.
All right, wonderful. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to have lunch with your father, Miss Cartwright. We will discuss all wonderful things and things that I don't talk
Fantastic.
about. Yes, I'm sure he's got lots of
Oh.
questions about some of the new essays that have come out.
Yes, talk about essays. That would be great. All right.
Yes, but have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you two leave. And we'll cut over to the other side to Ms. Staunton and Mr. Boone. Miss Staunton, Mr. Boone, you guys
Hey.
were going to go to the orphanage. So you
Yeah.
get there, and it is a building. It is next to one of the churches in town, kind of on the outskirts, though, because you can't orphanage in town. That would be insane.
Preposterous.
But it seems to be a nice 2-story building with a large side yard. And currently, there's no one outside right now. It's mid to late morning, so you're assuming they're all inside probably. Knock on the door. How do you approach?
I think simply go forward, knock on the door. I think doing anything else near an orphanage would seem rather uncouth. So
Yeah, I'm not gonna, I'm not the bossy.
I'm gonna scale the window.
You can do that if you want.
Look in the windows.
Are you 9?
You
There are
knock on the
children in
door,
here.
and not long after, like a minute or two, a woman in her mid-40s opens the door. She's got a little baby boy. It looks like he's wearing pink. Kind of like on her hip, and she goes, "Yes. How can I help you? You here to adopt? Do you have information about missing children, perhaps, or adoptions?"
Actually, I mean, I think we were here to talk to you about the missing children. And
Oh, sure. Please come in. My name is Miss Ada Leavenworth. This is John. He is 6 months old. He's up for adoption.
oh,
maybe just like-
we know coo him a little bit, but
As you know, there's 6 months old. He's very not moving a lot.
don't
Please come in.
I love your dead-faced baby. That's the best.
Just looking up at the sky and the doors open, like, whoa, clouds, you know, like 6-month-old babies do. She opens the door, ushers you in. It is rather tidy in here. It's not derelict, but there's definitely a few things that could use like a handyman or some work here and there. Like things have been, they're very clean and it's been made do. But it's not like, you know, we are a super luxurious nice orphanage. This is your average kind of orphanage. It is clearly lovingly maintained, but not like she'd only do so much as one. She ushers you in. She goes, we're all gathered in the parlor right now, if you wouldn't mind.
Happily, I mean, this place looks like really nice. It looks like you're doing your best to keep it nice for the kids.
Thank you. Yes, everything I do for the children. She ushers you into a parlor. It seems to have like a little sofa, like 2 settees set up, and like a couple chairs as well. There's a small pianoforte in the corner. Seems that either she knows how to play or maybe she teaches the children how to play. And in this room, you see all of the children up for adoption at the orphanage. You see John, 6 months old, on her hip. She introduces you to Alice, who appears to be about 1 year old. She's a little girl with little ginger ringlets. Clarence, he's about 2 years old. He is a little African American boy. Curly hair, too. And then Florence. Florence is 9 years old, and she is in a wheelchair.
Florence.
And she's got like mousy brown and very average hair, kind of wavy, but tucked up, like pulled up nicely, half pulled up. She's got a little bow on it, and you know, dressed very neatly. And she's got a book in her lap. Hello.
Hello there, young lady.
And she looks at like Ms. Leavenworth, like, are they here to adopt somebody? And Ms. Leavenworth gives her a look of like, now is not the time to be asking questions, and please sit down. You two are. Sits on like a chair, offers you a settee.
I'm Ms. Wilhelmina Staunton.
Miss Staunton, lovely to meet you.
I'm a Mr. Bucky Boone.
Mr. Boone, lovely to meet you. Yes, these are our current children that we have here. All the rest apparently have gone missing. Unfortunately.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate.
Very
it
much
does
so.
seem concerning. We were passing through and noticed that, and we were very concerned. Can you tell us a bit more about what happened there? Like, when did they go missing, and how?
That is what I want to know. I'm only one woman, and so we had about 11 children. And it's just so hard to keep an eye on all of them at once, and I felt so bad because I'd turn around and another one would be gone every day. And then, this is all that's left.
Okay. So you noticed nothing? There is no sign of it, or like a door
Well,
open
they've
or
all
anything?
been wanting to play outside a lot more. I just assumed it was kind of a spring fever, you know?
That would make sense. It is the weather
Finally,
for
the
it, ain't
snow is melted and outside garden time. Even
it? Yeah.
dear Florence here has expressed much of an interest in going outside. She don't make that
Fair.
sound. Very much an inside girl.
I wonder why. Maybe, have you talked to Florence about why?
Yes. Florence just says she's felt desire to go outside. Florence
Interesting.
goes, "Can I go outside, Ms. Leavenworth?" She's like, "Florence, like we just talked about this."
How? Why is outside so tempting, Florence?
I just want to be out there,
Yeah.
like
to play, or
like a yearning.
like a yearning for the outdoors?
And she her eyes
Huh.
look over at Ms. Leavenworth, like she doesn't want to say anything that might make her not as adoptable.
Well, you know,
Or, like,
it's
say anything
always
that
good
might
to see
upset
somebody with
Miss
a.
Leavenworth.
It's always good to see somebody with a keen sense of the outdoors.
Yeah, I don't get outside as much as I used to. It's polio, but I just
Understandable. I'm sorry
really
to
want to
hear
be
that.
outside. Oh, it's fine. I got a nice chair. See?
You did, and it
Like,
looks
swivels
Very
a
wonderful.
fine,
bit.
John.
I'm
Was
sure I
this,
can't
was
go
this
outside
yearning a
this time.
new thing?
Yeah, like all the snow melted, and then I just like all of us just really wanted to be outside all the time.
All of
Okay.
you.
Play outside.
Every single one?
Mhm.
Hmm. She's gonna cast a look to Bucky, being like, "That's
Yeah,
weird."
he's like, that's
Eh.
weird. That's
But
very
she's
weird that
also
all
like,
of them
at the
did.
same time, Mina will be like, like toddlers and little kids, they'll just like run over to anyone and like grab and stuff. So Mina will be like playing with like the little
Oh
ones.
yeah, Alice is definitely all about like she thinks the embroidery on her skirt is super pretty, and it's just like,
Yeah.
Mm.
oh, she's 2.
So they've been going missing for quite a while. Then that's really sad to hear. Have any of them been adopted?
No, that is if they were all getting adopted, I'd be overjoyed. But
I
they've
just mean, when was your last adoption? I know there's people going missing, but have there
Um,
been any adoptions?
not 2 months ago.
Okay.
Not everyone's always dying to adopt out here all the time. Fortunately, some of
No,
our
you'd
children
hope
stay
they're
here.
living to adopt.
They're quite along. Yeah. Then, let's see, I'm gonna. That's not it. The baby then just all over her. She's like, oh, if you would excuse me.
Oh,
For a
of
moment.
course, of course. We'll keep an eye on the kids.
Oh, thank you. Yes, please feel free to talk to them as much as you'd like. Maybe adopt. They're very nice children. And
Well,
she,
I'm very interested, so I certainly will.
wonderful, Mr. Boone. Maybe I'll come back with some paperwork. And she ushers the baby off to go get cleaned up a bit.
Well, isn't she lovely?
Miss Leavenworth is real nice. And
Yeah?
Alice goes up.
Mina will pick her up and like put her on a knee and bounce
Yeah.
her a
And
little
then
bit.
she immediately starts like looking at all like the lace collar and trim that you've got. Just like, whoa. Mesmerized.
I mean, like, like her cuff will have like a little bit of extra
Yeah.
lace on it, so she'll like dangle it a little bit.
And the little boy, he's just got some blocks and he's just like scraping them against the rug.
Hey there! So I'll go over to him.
He's been
What you
doing it
trying
the
to
whole
dig to?
time. He's Clarence. He's a little older than Alice. He's 2. Alice is 1.
Okay.
He's like, yeah,
What you trying to dig for?
dig,
You trying to dig for dig?
dig deep,
Dig
dig,
deep.
dig, and he just digs the thing. And she's like, yeah, and Florence will say, we've all been wanting to dig,
Yeah.
like.
What do you think you'll find? Is it like treasure?
I don't know. It's just a
Just a need to be outside and to dig.
yearning.
Is it a yearning to dig outside in the yard, or is it to dig somewhere further? Like, what
That way.
in your dreams? Where do you see yourself?
She
digging?
points. She points without
Yeah,
hesitation.
okay,
that
okay,
way.
okay. I'm gonna make a note
Like
of that direction.
north. It's like west northwest.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
West,
I'm gonna get my little
northwest.
book out. Alright.
Oh, yeah,
I
and-
do have dreams sometimes.
Like
Oh.
what?
Out a tunnel.
Tunnel.
Cave. I've got, and in my dream I can walk, and it's really nice, and I'm mining. I feel like we're all yearn for the mines.
Yeah, I can. I wish I could understand that. But
It's not. It's real sudden-like, but
yeah,
I
so
wanna
you wanna.
do.
So in your dreams, you're seeing yourself going out in that direction. He points, mimicking it. You go far out, and then you
Yeah.
go underground into a mine, and you dig.
Yeah.
And you can walk.
Yeah, I got a pickaxe and a shovel.
Do you feel like stronger, taller,
Just
maybe?
happy.
Yeah, but stronger and taller, maybe.
No,
Okay, same size? Like you look in and you
think
feel the
so.
same.
I haven't stood up in a while, so
Okay, that's understandable.
I don't really have a perspective.
Plus, it's strange to feel that, ain't it? I just sometimes, when I was a kid, I had dreams about mining
it's hard
too.
to remember the dream, but it happened so much that I have started to kind of get bits and pieces. Just really want to get a shovel or axe, go out and that way. And
Big. How far that way? Like do you get a
Oh.
feeling of how close you are?
I'm far away now,
Oh, so you
not
do.
where I'm
Okay.
supposed to be.
Okay. Well,
They
thank you
adopt
for
me?
that. Well, let me just think about that quickly and talk with my friend there, and
Okay.
he'll sort of go over to Mina.
If you need me to, I'm real good at needlework, and I can play the pianoforte, and I'm good at writing and drawing, and I can read.
You can
And
read.
do-
That's
and do
actually quite
arithmetic.
useful, really. You can do arithmetic.
What are you reading right now? And Mina's gonna point to the book on her lap.
It's a book about actually, it is a book about folktales.
Oh,
Which one's open on her lap right now? Currently?
Right now, the book, the one that's open on her lap, she's got a little, looks like crocheted, like no, tatted lace bookmark, and it is just, it appears to be like not a North American fairy tales. It's definitely like a European fairy tales book.
okay.
It seems to be on Hansel and Gretel right now.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that something?
That's something, all right. I think Bucky will go over to Mina quietly, sort of say, like,
It's
Okay,
better
so
than
this is like-
Struwelpeter.
I'm sure. So what, Mina? It is kind of like a very out there plan, but maybe if you wanted to get to the bottom of the missing children, we could adopt this one and have them lead us to the mine, and then we can go in the mine and find the other children, save them. That's as far as I've got with the plan, but I think it's pretty neat.
Mina's gonna hold little Alice closer to her and like put a hand over her head, so she like as if
And
she's
she
trying
like
to shield her
is like
ears.
batting at like
I'm just-
whatever hat ornament you have, or
Mr.
I'm
Earring.
just saying, it's a good idea, because like they're not gonna have any good times here in the orphanage of missing children.
When you adopt a child, you adopt them for life, not just for a jaunt to a mine.
Yeah.
You want to adopt a child that will be
Well,
under
I
your
wasn't
care and
necessarily
protection.
thinking like me. I was thinking more you're responsible and have a lot of money.
So you would like me to adopt a child so it can lead us like a bloodhound to a potential mine somewhere in the
No,
mountains.
I didn't say the bloodhound bit out loud.
loud.
All right, fine. I
wonder-
can do it if you want. I'm fine with that too.
No. I wonder if instead of adopting, we could take Alice out on Florence out. She's going to say this very quietly, so not to hear the
Yeah.
kids' names
Yeah,
being
yeah,
said.
yeah, yeah.
Only Alice
her
can
out.
hear, and she's one.
She's
So,
one.
Yeah,
she's
she ain't
I
not-
can
gonna
say
rap.
anything in front of this baby.
Yeah.
If we could take Florence out on an expedition, maybe a little day trip.
Maybe we could say like a trial run, like a trial adoption. Yeah, we go on a day trip, we give them hope, and then
No.
we go to the
Oh,
mine. Sorry, I
can't
shouldn't.
do
That
that.
was again the
That's-
quiet bit out loud. Sorry.
that's awful.
Well, if they do good, maybe we could adopt
see
them
her
for real.
Sitting in her wheelchair, looking out the window towards the mountains, just tatting.
I mean, look at them. They've got so much out there to go and find and dig up. I mean, it's what they want.
Mina's not laughing.
I
Mina
get that.
actually
Neither
looks
is-
a little
neither is
bit-
Bucky. It's just I can't do this seriously.
I can't do the straight
Mina
face.
actually looks a little bit heartbroken for these poor little
Mm.
little babies.
Little Florence who can't
Little
walk because of
Florence.
polio.
Yeah.
Like Mina's like, if I live, I might come back for this kid
Yeah,
because this is horrible.
it is.
She's got, you notice an open sketchbook, like, next to the table by the window. Where
Lindy,
it's got, like,
stop.
little pictures of all the children who have been here at the orphanage.
Listen, Lindy,
Just
I've got a bag
a lot of
Reggie,
pages.
survive this whole shit, then
Yeah,
maybe come back
adopt
for this.
Florence.
Okay,
All right?
sure,
So there's
sure.
an order. Don't do
You want to
this.
take the
to me.
9-year-old with you?
They can be useful. They can write and read.
You push her out and get eaten by dinosaurs. That's horrible.
No, we leave them in the train. We leave them in the train.
No, but maybe if we could do the day excursion, make it
I
clear that
think the
we aren't
excursion,
going
okay.
to adopt, but maybe just
Not yet.
a field
maybe.
trip, enrichment. We could we'd be honest with the lady who owns this place. I forgot her
Okay.
name, but Mina
All
would
right.
remember. Be honest with
Yes.
her. I'm a artist and a surveyor, and I've got all these
You
skills.
are.
We could say we're taking Florence out for some education.
That's a good idea. Let's do that. Let's try honesty.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, let's do that.
Right.
And let's sort of wait until.
Yeah, I'll just keep playing with the babies.
It's
for a
not
bit
long
until-
after that Ms. Leavenworth comes back.
That's her name.
Miss
With
Levinson, yeah.
John and her both wearing a new top. New blouse. He's the baby's got a new swaddle on. And he
Everything
looks
all
very
right?
content. Oh, yes, he just, you know. Babies.
Yeah,
What
babies,
they
eh?
do. Yes, I hope you guys had a lovely time. And she looks at the children like, I hope you all were on your best behavior.
They were all wonderfully behaved, by the
All
way.
angels.
Oh, good. I'm so glad to hear that.
So, we were talking while you were away, actually, and we were just wondering. It's kind of difficult to jump in and just make the decision to adopt straight away. You know, it's quite difficult to do that. But
It is a lot
we
of
do
responsibility.
see that you have a lot on your hands, and maybe we could. We were actually debating maybe taking Florence on a little trip to go out, come back on the evening, of course. I mean, Miss Staunton, you can put it better than me. You're the artistic one here.
Yes, so in conversation with Florence, I learned that she's a young budding artist, and
Mm.
I myself am a professional illustrator. I've been published in many scientific journals and museums
Oh, how
in North
lovely.
America and England, and I would love to take out Florence on a little trip and maybe teach her a little about studying nature, plein air, as they call it, drawing.
Mhm.
See. I'm gonna need a persuade check. It's gonna be a hard
Hey.
persuade check from one of y'all.
Okay.
Mr. Boone,
Because
I got
she's-
75.
it's
What have you got?
So many children have been going
that much.
missing, and
Well,
it's
yeah.
your
it's
job to
gonna
keep
be
them
difficult.
safe. So it's gonna be a hard
Okay.
sell.
listen, I wouldn't just hand over a random kid to an English woman either, so you know.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
exactly. It's a hard sell right now, but
A not, a not couple.
not quite.
Not a hard success.
I could push.
you need an extreme if you pushed.
Just saying, if you push this and fail, I'm pretty sure she's going to call the sheriff.
All right, I'll
Just
leave it.
saying.
I'll leave it.
Wait, could
We
I?
found our child abductors. Mina,
If
you
I
could try
assisted,
if you would like.
oh, I could.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
You could also
Give it a
try. You
go.
never know. An assist would give a
Ugh.
Oh,
to
so
be a
close. You
hard
could spend
success. You'd need a 15. You'd have to spend 5
Oh,
luck.
I'll spend the 5 luck.
I was gonna say that's a lot closer to a hard success than what Bucky
Yeah.
had.
some- Yeah.
So 15 is exactly what you need to get a hard success. And she goes, well, it's true. Florence doesn't get out much. You'd have to promise to keep her safe. And whenever child snatchers, sort of is happening, making the children go missing. And I would like to draft up
Yeah.
a short-term contract, just so that way we
Yeah,
can
sure.
have on file where she's gone and who she's been with, and
Happy to.
maybe we could call it an intent to adopt trip.
Let's do that. Intent to adopt
Okay.
trip. Why not?
Yes, sometimes we like to see sometimes if the children are a good fit for the families that they're going.
Of course.
Of course.
It may be
of
that
course.
on this trip,
Especially
Florence
prestigious
absolutely
families
hates our
like yourself.
guts.
Yes, I doubt that, Miss Staunton, Mr. Boone. Let me just. Would one of you please hold dear John while I draft up some paperwork?
Mina, I'll just
Right,
take the
good,
bit. She's
good,
like,
yes.
she can
Uh,
feel Bucky being like, ooh. One arm, child the other
Mhm.
arm. She's got him.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. What do you need me to sign? Just show me what you
Oh,
need.
let
and
me
I'll
just
do
get
it.
the papers. And she gets up and she
Sounds great.
leaves. And Clarence comes up and gives you just like a square block. It goes, dig. Hands it to you, Bucky.
Yeah, Clarence. I'll dig. You say that he takes it.
It's just again at the rug. This poor rug's got a
Is
couple
this
bald.
anything
This
join
poor
you?
rug has a few bald spots that were not there like a month ago.
No, of course.
Uh-huh.
You'll get there one day, kid.
Mm-hmm. And he points. Can you give me a spot hidden or an idea check, Bucky? As Clarence
for spot
instructs
hidden.
you to dig.
I ain't seeing anything.
Nope, you notice nothing about
Lord.
the digging that he's doing.
Yeah, let's dig. I just think
Just
he's being a
dig, yeah.
child.
No, here. No, you dig here.
Oh, I dig
'Kay.
here?
Yeah.
Okay. All
I
right.
dig here.
Okay.
And you notice no pattern or correlation. Anything. It says
No.
that. So Ms. Leavenworth comes back. She's got it's like 3 pieces of paper. She's got like it's like a short-term adoption for like a trial
Okay.
adoption form. And she looks between the two of you as to who is going to sign because you don't seem to be a couple or related. So
I'll tell you what, how about I sign this one, and then whichever one of us decides to adopt them afterwards, we can sign separately afterwards. Does that sound acceptable to you?
sure, yes. How many
Okay,
days
wonderful.
is this going to be for?
How many days do you think for this trial, Miss Staunton? After all, it's your artistic endeavors, and these take time.
Also, when would you like the start date to be?
Now.
Today?
That'd be
All
good,
right.
actually.
She feels
Today,
it today.
Let's do it. We're already
Should
here.
we
We might as
say-
well.
Should we say a few days?
Yeah,
days?
let's.
It
let's
seems
say
that the
3
contract
days.
can go up to a week.
Oh,
Okay.
do we want to kid around for a week?
I mean, we're
Out
leaving.
count.
I think not tomorrow. Day after, 2 days.
Okay.
So I think 2
2 days?
3 days.
3
3 days just in case we need to get on the train and leave because something horrible happens and we need to run away from the law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 3 days would mean she'd need to be back by Saturday, which if you're leaving out on
is fine.
Friday, you know the train doesn't come back till Monday.
Okay. Maybe we just go for the 7 for safety, and then if we
yeah,
come back
and then
early, it's fine.
maybe we could like take her with us because we're going
Yeah.
closer to that spot, and then just send her back
That
on
makes
a train.
sense, and then send them back on a train.
Okay,
We'll bring them
so you
back,
do a full
probably.
week.
Which one-
You sign the paperwork. Bucky Boone, you signed it as, and Ms. Leavenworth signs it. She actually has Florence. She rolls over Florence to sign it.
Okay.
And she goes, all right, Florence does have some walking braces. I'm going to go get those for her. But,
Okay,
the chair is what she uses most of the time. She tires
of
out very
course.
let
I
me
mean,
get her things for
understandable.
you, and can take out. She looks like
Okay, thank you.
so happy for Florence, because you imagine that she gets looked over a lot here at the orphanage.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Florence
Well-
looks really happy.
Well, Florence, are you looking forward to a trip?
Yeah, I really am.
Good.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
It is. We'll introduce you to our other friends, and then we'll go and have a look for a good place to do some drawing. Maybe
Okay,
outside.
that'd be great.
It would be, wouldn't it?
Feel really cooped up.
Yeah. Well, you'll not be cooped up anymore. We'll go on a cool trip. Get to
Okay.
look around, have some adventure.
Oh, okay. Gets a little excited.
Not too much adventure.
Grabs
though,
her
maybe.
book
Maybe
and
we do a
clutches and
camp
hugs it
adventure.
close, and it's not long before like a small, like not even, it's not a suitcase, it's like a small carpet bag with her things and some of her outfit and all her clothing is brought down, along with leg braces and the arm braces that connect at the elbow, so
Yeah.
she can do a little bit of walking.
Okay.
She would hand
Thank
those
you for all
to
of
you,
this.
Mr. Boone, to carry.
Yeah, of course. He'd happily do that.
And there is a
Okay.
ramp along at the side entrance, so you can wheel Florence out.
All right.
Well, if you carry the bag, I'll push Florence.
That sounds good to me. I'll carry the bags. I think as we sort of go out, I think it'd be like, I think Miss Staunton, maybe we should go and get a few pieces of appropriate clothing and maybe a few supplies for the journey on the way.
Of course.
And a better one of these, like a suitcase.
And then she's gonna lean over to Florence and say, "Do you like sweet treats, Florence?
Yeah?
What's your favorite?"
Like muffins.
Muffins it is.
Muffins sound great.
She looks absolutely giddy, but at the same time, like, she's trying not to look too giddy or get too hopeful. But she's just so excited that she can't help herself a little bit.
It makes sense. And so we'll go and get muffins and some nice, probably new clothing and like a better suitcase for her and just all the upgrades.
Bits and pieces.
Easily enough done. Get her a nice little cloak. And the cloaks work better for her with the chair and the crutches than a coat would.
Just to protect from the sun and that as well.
Yeah, you get a nice sun hat.
Best. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sun
Like
hat
probably a
cloak.
bonnet.
Yeah, nice little bonnet. Yeah, yep.
That
And
sounds
she,
nice. I think,
at some point during the time, was like, you don't have to get all this.
well,
Silly.
if we're going on an adventure, it might as well, eh? And yeah, I think Bucky will have used some of his own money on this, which is rare.
Whoa.
You guys learn a few things about Florence while you take her out and around. Her favorite color is yellow.
Okay.
Good color.
Her as you're like, getting her little things, scared of, what color she likes. She likes like a pastel, like a buttercup or a daffodil kind of yellow. She also really enjoys reading. Basically anything she can get her hands on. She is an voracious reader. Also sketching. You look through her sketchbook. It's mostly people. She seems to draw people a lot. You see, she writes down the name and ages, and it looks like a lot of her fellow orphans from the orphanage. A lot of sketches of them. But at near the back or the front of the book, as you're flipping, you do see a sketch of her parents, and a little brother. Apparently.
Oh God.
Yeah, and it seems that her little brother was adopted after her parents died in a house fire, but she, due to her having polio, was not adopted.
Please stop! This.
God damn.
Yeah. Seemed that this happened a few years ago. She's been in the orphanage for a while.
She's 9. It has to have.
Yeah. Happened when she was 6.
I just want to put it out there that you guys have literally bought a child to use as a tool. Just putting it out there.
Hey, listen, I fully intend on taking her back and then coming back and adopting this kid. Mina's like, no, I'm adopting this kid.
This kid's getting adopted one way or another.
Kitty, how do you feel about a
Dinosaur
daughter
food.
or a sister at this rate?
Stepsister.
Yep.
The plot thickens. Like, they're having an affair. Look at my poor child.
My poor child.
No. You
Yes.
can't do that.
Yes.
No.
I mean, we could do
Gotta
that.
make the roll
No.
easier at least.
I mean,
Got to out of
if you want to try, you can see what
That's how.
happens. Oh, but yeah, and she really likes cats. That's her favorite animal, is cats.
Okay.
Fine.
Yeah, she's just making small talk. She's trying not to talk too much, but she's also very
Of course.
excited. And so, she's trying to be quiet because, children are better seen than heard. Better not seen than heard. Or better seen than heard. Yeah. So,
She's
but
also
she-
9 though. And 9-year-olds are yappers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So she's like, and she noticed, like, after she catches herself talking about, she'll,
I think
many times.
each time they do that, I think Bucky would then start the conversation back up again.
Yeah.
Like try and slowly work them out of that a little bit and make them a bit more
Yeah.
comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, it almost reminds you of somebody.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I know. Orphanage was a rough choice for me. I remembered as I said it. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you might. But yeah, you take Florence around, and by the time Ryan and Kitty get back into town from the college, you would run into Bucky and Mina and the lovely 9-year-old Florence in wheelchair as they're running around doing some shopping for her. It seems that they've stopped at a cafe and are having muffins right now. So you see Bucky and Mina and a 9-year-old girl in a wheelchair eating muffins at a cafe.
Happy little thing going on here, you know?
Yeah.
As we approach, he's gonna turn to Kitty and go, "What sweet hell is this?"
I don't know.
Have you tried the blueberry?
Oh, wow.
This chocolate is divine.
Hang on.
Oh.
Have they
Wait.
lost track of what we're
Have they-
doing here?
Did they get married and
I'm not sure
child
anymore.
in under a few hours? Hey,
Maybe
maybe
we
that's
should just-
one of the children they found.
Oh, do you think they? Oh,
Maybe.
well, they've already found one.
Well, let's find out.
Okay, maybe it's not so strange. Hi.
Oh, hey.
Mr. Hawks, Miss Cartwright, please join us.
Yeah, come on.
There's
Let's
like a
get some
platter
muffins.
of
They're great.
muffins.
Thank you. That's a lot of muffins.
It's all right.
Who's
should introduce.
this?
Oh, that's Florence. We've adopted her.
Hi.
Well, not adopted. Temporarily adopted. Temporarily. Sorry. Trial period.
You've adopted her?
Wow.
Hi.
the-
Trial
Hi.
period.
We're
Name's
taking her out on a
Cyrus.
trip.
Yeah. That one.
Wait,
Oh.
hang on.
Miss Staunton's gonna
What?
teach me how to draw.
Yeah,
Oh.
she is.
Guess she's a very good drawer.
Yeah,
And,
she is.
We're gonna go
Oh.
on a little adventure. We're gonna go outdoors in a very specific direction. That one, and then we're gonna go and explore a little bit and get some drawing done. You know? Because we all just have
Sure.
an urge to go outdoors
And dig.
and dig.
Me and Mina tilts her head
I-
a little bit.
And I've been dreaming about it recently, and so is Florence here. I mean, yeah,
Been yearning for the mines.
yearning for the
Been
mines.
yearning for the
That is an
mines?
odd sentence for a child to say.
All the other kids
Yeah.
have too.
Yeah, it's
What?
quite normal in
The
that.
children yearn for the
orphanage.
mines, Mr. Hawks.
It's quite a simple concept.
I guess it's a local thing.
Yeah, it
Yeah, I
very
mean,
much
it's a
is.
mining town, but
I guess
recent
it's you
thing.
run.
A recent development that maybe has links to the outdoors, and that people want to find something out there. You know,
a specific mine?
That like,
that direction. Yeah, see.
and even though
Is
you're
that
like
is she
sitting,
pointing west?
yeah, west northwest. Well, even though you guys are facing a different direction than when you were in
Yeah.
like the part, without hesitation, she points in the same direction.
Yeah, see.
And when we go exploring, we won't need a compass.
No.
Miss Florence
Well-
here is very, very
Got
good at
instinct.
pointing northwest.
Sure, no, of course. Goodness, is she? We already bought 7 train tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's one more?
We can ask Daddy.
Who?
I'm just did
You know, Daddy Cartwright.
did
I mean, he just found out that we might be newlyweds. I don't know whether he wants a child as well.
that
She looks up
Thanks.
and goes,
quick.
"Are you married?" Between Bucky
Oh.
and Kitty, like,
No,
because he's
oh,
the one who signed the
goodness.
paperwork. So she's like, "Is this maybe my new mom?"
Is this Mom?
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Oh, no, darling, no. We're
Oh.
No. Yeah,
Oh,
we're
We're just good
spinsters, I think they call
friends.
us.
Well, I'd rather not be called that, but
I'll keep
okay.
fair. I just keep hearing it. I just
Right? Yeah.
don't know if it applies,
Um,
but
What was your name again? Florence?
Florence.
yes.
Florence.
Florence.
Yeah, Florence. Why don't you go buy some more muffins and bring them back to the table?
Or maybe we get somebody to
She's in
help
a
with
chair.
that.
Mina is gonna just be like the wheelchair.
Right.
Oh, I didn't know she was.
Yeah, she was.
Sorry,
She's
I
not
didn't
even paying
realize. I
attention.
completely forgot.
Why don't
Yeah, I
you
completely
go?
I tell you
forgot
what.
Why don't you get
Mr.
up and walk
Hawks.
over there, young
Yeah,
lady?
you lazy girl.
Oh God.
You
tell you
bring
what,
that chair everywhere.
Mina's gonna stand and say, "Let's go, Florence. Let's get some more
Okay.
muffins for everyone."
I saw that
Yeah,
the rhubarb ones are really good.
Oh please, yeah, get some more of those. Get some more of those. They were wonderful. Thank you, Miss Staunton.
hmm
Okay, right. So I know that things seem like they got out of hand, but they
Have
didn't.
you lost your goddamn mind?
No, but I'm gonna find a mine.
She's,
Are you telling me
it's-
you're going to use a girl to find a mine? What, like some
saying
sort of two
that either
sticks
we-
looking for water? I mean, what?
She is way more effective than that. And that's besides the point here. She has a feeling that she needs to go out there and dig. And the other children in that place, even the ones that were 2 or 1, all seem to have the same thing. There was a kid in there digging the floor and saying that he needs to find something in there. And here's another thing. A lot of the children who are missing, a lot of them from that orphanage. The reason for that is because they keep having dreams of this thing, and they keep getting tempted to go outside and go in that direction that she pointed. So yeah, we may have got a child out of an orphanage to find the rest of them, but if we find all of them, or we find the source of this, then at least no other children go missing.
I mean, if it's they're dreaming about it.
I mean,
They're
I can see
dreaming
the
about it,
logic.
and they all have an urge.
Oh, that's
They all have
not
an-
something we can stop, is it?
It ain't. So the way I see it is we do take her out, and let's be honest here, she was cooped up in there. We give her a good time out. She gets to go and lead us towards the mine. We give her the chance to do some drawing and learn some skills and be around people as smart as yourselves, professors.
True, but we also
And-
have 2 people potentially following us who might have not good intentions.
Well, they might feel worse when they see a child.
Well, she is not a shield.
No, but she's a deterrent.
Do you remember?
An unintentional one, but you know,
Do you remember what happened to us when we went on the train just before we arrived?
we're not going on a train to go out there.
Are we not?
I mean,
I hope
think
not.
we're
Are we going on a
train
train?
to
Ah,
go
no,
to-
that might happen. So this was mentioned by Miss Staunton, but what I said at the time is, and what I stand by is, if that does happen, then she stays on the train safe and sound. We make sure of that.
I mean,
Look, I understand how
mean-
bad this looks, but she has a chance to save all of those children with us now. Something that I don't think we could do alone. And she's uniquely equipped to do this. I know it's not pretty. There's that many missing children.
I hate that I kind of think it's genius, but at the same time, it is.
It ain't comfortable.
No.
I know.
I mean, she's clearly already been through a lot. She's sitting in that chair, but they all have an urge. I mean, that's. We saw that child digging in the garden earlier today, or last night, didn't we?
And I think they may be the same thing.
So they're just walking off on their own, do you think, or digging? We'd
Yeah,
notice holes if they were digging down.
No, I think the digging is more of an impulse, but I think it's the direction that they go in. They wander out when they get the chance. Maybe they slip out the door, or maybe they just manage to slip out a window. They go in that direction until they find this place and they dig. But it's strange because I thought maybe people were taking them, but with what they're saying, all of them felt this need. So maybe something's drawing them. I know it sounds crazy, but maybe
No,
something's
I
luring them
mean,
out there.
the strange thing is that it sounds crazy, but from what all the things that we've seen, it also doesn't. Mm,
Look, I understand how it looks, and I know it's bad, but I can't see another way of finding these other children.
I can. We go out there and find it ourselves without putting the little girl at risk.
Wandering around the wilds.
No, we investigate. You know, you don't think that people have maybe seen a bunch of goddamn children come migrating west? I mean, we've only been here,
Supposedly
what,
not.
a day? You know what? We don't know what we're going into, and considering what we've
You're
been
right.
through previously, I can't pull a little girl through that. I can't.
Can we just ask her? Like, could she describe where she's being drawn to, or
I don't think they can. They just feel a distinct direction. Look, how about this? We go as far as we can. If we even get a whiff of danger, we turn around, we investigate solo, we keep them safe, comfortable somewhere. Either way, it's a nice trip for them. But if we don't stop this, I feel like these kids are gonna keep going missing and missing and missing, and then maybe it spreads elsewhere. Maybe it spreads back home.
You think the children broke in and took the mining stuff?
I think that might be the case.
I mean, it would be the least crazy thing that's happened in this place, I think.
Yeah. Just think on it. Just sit
Is
on it for
there,
now.
in the direction that she was pointing,
Mhm.
are there mountains?
Yes, many.
I mean, I know that mountains kind of
many,
everywhere,
many
isn't there?
mountains. Yes.
But is there, like, I'm thinking kind of the sort of, like, specific kind of 3 mountains that we see in the...
Oh, a bunch of them. Yeah.
But are, like, does
Mountain
any kind of
ranges,
look
right?
like that? The sort
You're
of
too
tallest
far
one
away.
with the... Right, I see.
It's hard to see when you're surrounded by mountains. Being
Yeah,
skyline
yeah.
from a specific angle. Yeah.
Me-
Probably. There's probably out there. I mean, there's, again, Colorado is such a mountainous state.
And she's pointing, you said
West, northwest.
northwest,
West-northwest.
which was, yeah. So, I mean, the children clearly aren't getting on trains. I mean,
No.
and I mean, it's a couple of hours on a train to apparently where we were thinking we needed to go.
So I think
Like-
it's closer, right?
Well, I mean, in a way, I'd hope so. If these children are just walking off into the mountains alone, goodness knows, it would be days to get there. They're clearly not thinking and taking supplies or anything. They're just starting to walk.
I mean, we're speaking of kids as well that are like, below
We-
10. I don't
we-
think they
we-
can catch a train. So yeah, they gotta be walking.
I mean, they could just be. I don't know.
Or they could be.
How do we
something
know they
don't
even get there?
understand.
We can
You
find
know,
out.
they could be getting there a way that we don't even understand.
But maybe we can find out
That's true.
with Florence.
I will
I understand.
not use this girl as a tool to find. I just won't do it. We don't
Inside
know.
the window of
if-
the bakery, you see Mina and Florence is pointing at muffins.
Okay then, Ryan. So we drop them back off at the orphanage. Quick trip out and in.
I will. We don't know what danger the other children are in, and I do not want to put another.
It's fine.
young-
We can go slower and see if more go missing.
I understand the logic, and the cold logic behind it is that it makes sense. But I'm not there. I'm not gonna put that girl in risk. I'm just not.
Get the lemon blueberry one too, Miss Thornton.
So
Let's give her a nice day out. We've got a whole day tomorrow until
we do.
before the train the next
Yeah.
day. So let's keep her with us for a day.
So
Yeah,
excited to
Give-
spend all
maybe
week with you guys.
ask her some questions, get as much information as she can give us, and then take her back before we head west. It's
Okay. Well, how about this then? At least, so we know it's that direction. We know that it'll be deeper out there in the mountains. Maybe we take them out a bit of the way, half of the way. We have them point and hone down a bit more as to where it is. That way she
And
doesn't
what?
go close enough, but we at least have more of a direction. We narrow it.
And then
Does that
what,
sound
we-
acceptable?
What, we go all the way back only to come back again?
Yeah.
There's
we go
only
halfway,
one
we
train.
come back, drop off the child. Oh, I'm
There's
speaking of
only
the
one
walking.
train that goes out every 3 days? Every 2 days?
Monday,
Yeah, I'm talking more
Monday,
about
Wednesday, Friday.
Oh, you mean maybe like
walking
on a horse,
out for
just
fear,
outside
or a
the-
horse or a carriage. Yeah, exactly. Like we do it locally, right? Because if the kid's
I
here
mean-
walking to wherever this place is, potentially we could walk in that direction, see if it hones it down a bit.
Okay, I'll
Get
give
us
you.
more
but we
info.
know that they're going missing from all these other places too.
We do.
They're all walking from all over.
All right, I'll
But-
give you this. All right, you have tomorrow
Okay.
to go as far as you're comfortable with the girl, but you got to bring her back tomorrow night
Of course, no problem. Seems like a good deal.
because the
But-
train is on Friday. And
It
that's when
is.
we're going.
You know,
Right.
but I had one thought though with this, and it may be completely wrong, but the thing is, like you said, they're going missing from all over, right? Maybe it's not just one small site. Maybe it's multiple, or maybe it's
Maybe.
one entrance in each area that leads to something else,
Yeah.
potentially. Because
I
if they're
still
walking
think this
from
is.
here,
I still think this is connected to lakes, and I still think we find lakes, we find the children.
I think everything's connected to lakes.
So I think we should focus more on finding him. We use the information that we
Right.
got. We get the information from the two businessmen, and we work out where he is. We already know where his general dig site is, and I think that's a great way to go to pinpoint, and then we can go on from there.
It sounds like a plan to me. Then let's give Florence a good couple of days. We'll get a bit of information, maybe by taking a short trip on horseback, and then we'll take them back before we leave.
Right.
And inside the bakery, you're getting some strawberry rhubarb muffins. You're getting some lemon blueberry muffins. She's very excited about all these muffins. And tea. You guys are ordering like a pot of tea, and she goes, I heard you guys mention a train. Are we gonna get a train? I've never been on one before.
No, we
This
might
is just
have
Tamina inside.
Oh,
You guys
okay,
are having your
inside, okay.
conversation outside.
Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Then I don't need to deal with this.
Mina
This
having no idea this
Uh-huh,
conversation is
yeah.
happening outside. Yes, I
Oh,
was
no.
thinking there's a place we'd like to go to. I think
What?
it's going to be very good to teach you some drawing.
Really? I love to learn and ride a train.
Mm-hmm.
Never been
Would
on
it
a
be
train
your first
before.
time on a train?
It would, yeah. I see them all the time, but my mom and dad were gonna take me for my 7th birthday to Denver, but then the house got on fire and I weren't able to go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, so I'm gonna go on a train now.
We're going to make this the best train ride you've ever been on.
I'm excited. And then you guys, the muffins all come out. You wheel her back outside, and I think
We're all looking like,
uh-huh.
I have some thoughts, gang. We're good. Don't worry about it.
And as we wheel her
Okay.
back outside, I think that's where we're gonna end the
Okay.
session for today.
I want to see Edison's reaction to this child.
This is gonna be wonderful.
His worst nightmare, a child. At least she's a pretty well-behaved child. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
She can't run around and cause mischief. Anyways, we're gonna go around, say who we are, where we can find you in your highlights from today's game. We'll start with the former orphan. I'll go reverse order. Mr. Boone, how
Wow,
was today for
that's-
you?
That's a strong start. Yeah, he was a former orphan, which is why
I
he
mean, I
has a
guess
soft
you
spot
technically
for
still
them.
are adopted, but.
Damn.
I don't even know how to start with that, so I'm gonna
So
move on. I
sorry.
think so many favorite parts of this session as well. Like it was wonderful as usual with everybody. I loved the scene in the university as well, where Ryan sizing up the two businessmen on a trip. You're like, oh shit, okay, they're built. That was a really funny moment for me. And I mean, I loved the entirety of the orphanage. You do wonderful with playing, especially like child characters. You're great at pulling on the heartstrings. Florence is pretty heartbreaking, man.
You're welcome.
Oh, just twisting the knife. But yeah, that's me. Yeah, I'm Hotail. You can find me as the narrator on the Template Institute, and otherwise here.
I'm so
Thank you,
glad.
Lindy.
Thank you. And how about Miss Kitty Cartwright? You had a great day today. Lots of people making assumptions about you and your love life. How was that for you?
That's lovely. You don't you love it when parents tell everyone all the horror stories of like, well, her first bath, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh man, it's getting juicy. It's like
Mhm.
the moral dilemmas. Like I'm trying to figure out as well how Kitty feels about various things. What kind of characters? I think maybe it's man, it's like the whole kid thing is such a brilliant idea, but also so dark that it's just like, ooh, yeah, good, but no, we probably shouldn't though. I mean, it's kind of good. Oh man. Anyway, so that's interesting. Gosh, highlights. This, like I say, always. I mean, there was a lot of fun planning of trying to plan and then get out of things and then work our way around and then be like, should we do this and not do this? That was kind of fun to see the sort of mental gymnastics of like, how do we get out of doing this? But yes, there was. I love the squirming of stuff, but yeah, the revelation of the kids. Oh my god, there's just too much. There's too much. I'm intrigued. But yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to more. But you can find me here, because this is the best place. This is the best place to find me, because I'm definitely going to be here for all of this. I'm like so intrigued. I love it. And but you can also find me, maybe not tomorrow because I think I'm doing family stuff, but usually over on my Kate Madison Twitch channel, doing some duo or group games every Thursday night with friends. That's always fun. And yeah, I've recently changed my Instagram name to Kate Madison Is. I've got Kate Madison is, Kate Madison creates, Kate Madison does other things, RPs. Yeah, anyway, that's the main thing. Come back here next Wednesday, find out what the heck we're gonna do with an orphan.
Yes.
And other adventures.
What the heck we're gonna do with an orphan? Mina, how was today for you?
Today was great. It really didn't end how I could not see this coming. I had a moment while we were sat there and I was like, how did we end up here? How did this happen? But favorite moments, my absolute vindication of being suspicious of Mrs. Lake's digging.
Yes.
I knew it. I knew it all along. I knew it was dodgy. You should listen to me more often is what I'm saying. I also love the trials and tribulations of poor Kitty Cartwright. Spending the day learning about her father humiliating her, to a handsome young fella, to being paraded around a gym with shirtless working out dudes and just absolutely dying inside. I love it so much. And as always, a shout out to your NPCs, Lindy.
Aw.
Your dead face baby. Impeccable.
Thank you. Thank
Best
you.
character of the show.
I'm so glad you think so.
But I can't wait to the future hypothetical, where, Mina and Reggie get together, Bucky and Kitty get together and adopt Florence, and then Florence get to have Bucky as a dad, Mina as a grandma. It's all good.
Yeah, that would be like dear Florence's ideal.
There you go.
You know?
But when I'm not shipping these characters and adopting weird Victorian orphans, I'm all around the internet at Susanna Grace, except on Twitch, where I'll be tomorrow at Hello It's Me Bobby. So I've tripped up my own channel name there, where I'm continuing my playthrough of Clair Obscur Expedition 33, the very French JRPG. So that'll be at 2 p.m. Eastern.
Wonderful. And last but certainly not least, Mr. Hawks. How is tonight for you?
Don't have words. Like, as everyone else has said, I certainly did not expect it to go that way.
My big plot reveal?
I mean everything. Really. The homoeroticism in the gymnasium. The cold, calculated use of a human being. It's just great. It's just so good. The only downside is that I'm playing Ryan. Otherwise, I'd be all for it. I think it's a cracking idea. But Ryan, who has a newborn baby on his way, he's feeling a little boring. He somewhat objected to putting a small child in danger, surprisingly. So yeah. So I don't even know what to pin down, and this is just so balmy. I'm just gonna go with the homoeroticism in the gymnasium. I'm gonna go with that. Sure, why not? That's always good. That's always good. Myself, you can find me Hotflakes Tom on most social medias. I am also on Mondays on Follow Black Cats, doing a Warhammer 40k TTRPG. I think it's Dark Heresy. I can't remember what it's called. Is it Dark? No.
Wrath and Glory.
Wrath and Glory. Where we are on a planet that is gone bonkers, and we don't know what we're killing. We're just killing in the Emperor's name. So we got that on Follow Blackcast Mondays at 7 p.m. GMT. And I have a Twitch channel and I do stuff on Twitch, so you can check me out there.
Wonderful, wonderful. And that just leaves me. Oh, my favorite parts. Oh gosh. Susie's face when I revealed that the children yearn for the mines. Just every time it got her. It got her every single time, and that brought me so much joy. I loved Kitty and her dad. I think they had some solid interactions today, even like not directly, sometimes indirectly, like, oh, your dad was telling me about this, and she's like, no, Dad, why? You're embarrassing me. But you are a spinster, so he's gotta try to help you out. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his best, you know. So I loved Kitty and her dad. I loved Bucky Boone being both so conflicted at the orphanage of being like, oh damn, I really feel for these orphans, but at the same time, human compass, like human dividing rod, that could be, woo. I just loved the clash between his crafty side and his like doesn't want to have empathy but totally has empathy because he was also a quiet orphan child. Yeah, I love that. I'm hoping we could maybe see some more of that side of Bucky. That'd be fine. Fine, I'm gonna get you out of your shell. And then Ryan being like, absolutely not. This is a child. But also his chat in the gym, while trying to like size up. I just thought that was very entertaining. And then also everyone finding out that, oh, the train doesn't leave till Friday. Yeah, we're not doing that plan today. Just like, nah, like that was very entertaining. So thank you all so much. You'll get to find out some maybe interesting things next week when hopefully our dear Edison Jones and August Hope come back with whatever library use information they've dug up from newspapers and whatnot, and find out that we have temporarily adopted a child who's so excited to go on a train and stay with y'all for like a whole week and learn how to draw and stuff. She's so happy to be out of the orphanage as an unwanted, child victim of polio, who's mostly wheelchair bound. Yeah, she's just so happy to be out and about, you guys. And I really hope you think about that. Till you can find me here Monday for our aliens game. We are scheduled for it, so unless someone gets sick or emergency happens, we will be there for that. Tuesday for Saltmarsh, and then of course next week Wednesday for more of this. So thank you all so much, and until next time, have fun and play games.